Man, I guess OJ can finally rest knowing that his wife's killer's finally dead. Man, welcome to Tales from the Crib. Man, you know we get disrespectful and nasty over here, so you might as well go hit that subscribe button. While you at it, hit that like button. And while you at it, hit that notification bell. Cause Drake got a BBL and you already know, man, we gonna tell you where it's at. And also, ASAP Rocky, man, Rihanna. I don't know if that was it, but you know, this your boy Jesse J. Feel the Supreme 305 with my co-host
Chico Grande Chico 2 times. What's up, people? Welcome to the show. We are happy to be here. We're in the space station, ready to talk about what's going on in the world, the good stuff, the bad stuff, all around. Talking about who's got the BBLs, whose baby mama's siding with the ops,
who is still man, that thing
who's
still
snitching.
stank. Oh man, it ain't gonna.
Who's getting drafted?
Oh man, we gonna tell you here today.
And who's acting like they're beefing, but they ain't really beefing.
They always beefing. It's always fake. But man, we're gonna tell you everything here, man. It's episode 152. This Tales from the Crib. Like I said, messiest podcast, hottest podcast on YouTube. So make sure you hit that subscribe button once again. Hit that like button. Cause we about to get real messy. We about to tell you all the dirt, all the news you wanna know. Weekly, we up to date, dropping episodes every day on all our channels.
Yeah, I'll say not on this channel.
On all our channels. It's something I always
We do
dropping.
a weekly podcast on this channel. If
But we
you're new to
got
this
shorts
channel,
dropping throughout the week.
tournaments. Well, yeah, we got shorts if you're a fan of shorts. And then we also got our clips
People
channel.
got low IQs.
Yeah, our clips channel. People really like the clips channel because we chop up the show for you. We got a gaming channel where this guy's wrestling men all the time.
Hey man, you know, before we start, I was thinking I'm finna do the female one. Like,
the female wrestler?
The female wrestler. I'm finna make like a big girl, like 6'8", and call her Olga.
Just like your ex-girlfriend.
Listen
I
here,
miss
man.
Olga. Olga was nice.
She had a good heart.
She used to cook for the crew.
Big facts.
But we need to stop talking about ogres.
Her name's Olga.
Olga the ogre. And we need to talk about people that were legends on the field and legends off the field.
I mean,
good legend, bad legend, demon, some would say. But let's go ahead and start the show, get into the topics so we could talk our trash. But we're gonna pay your respects, co-host?
Of course, you know I'm gonna pay my respects to the Jews, O.J. Simpson, man. Listen here, I was just disgusted. I was doing my research. You know, I do my research on all my topics. I was doing all my research, trying to watch every video on O.J. Simpson. I couldn't find nothing nice.
Because you're a super fan?
I mean, hey, you know what I mean? The gloves don't fit. You know, I'm a fan of not fitting. The gloves not fitting. I always tell a girl that it don't fit. We gotta go raw. You believe in Jesus, girl, right?
Somebody clip that and please put it on TikTok. This man, I don't know what he's spreading with his magic wand, but he needs to be stopped.
I'm spreading the same thing Diddy's spreading. Love.
Hey, sometimes you're allergic.
That's why they got penicillin. Pause.
My Lord.
Nah, but back to what I was saying, man.
10 baby mamas.
It's I mean, he had kids, but it's just so wrong. The research I had to do to find anything good on O.J. Simpson, I had to find
the only thing you could say was good was his football career when he was getting all those yards.
Of
and
course.
Getting like over 2,000 yards in a 14-game season, which is so short compared to now, and people don't even do that today. But, you know, even when he did play football, he wasn't on a good team. He was mainly on, Buffalo?
Yeah, he was on Buffalo and San Francisco.
And they didn't make the playoffs when he was there, right?
No, yeah, basically they didn't win the Super Bowl at all. So
he was like the Devin Booker.
Nah, he was more like Ricky Williams. Nah, he was more like Ricky Williams because he was a workhorse. They was running him to the ground. They was every time they turned around, they was playing. They said that the quarterback had like 4 completions one game out of like 20 passes, and they still won. But I mean, it was crazy back in the 70s. OJ the Juice, he was the truth, man. Everybody loved him. White people, some black people loved him. I mean, it was, some people said it was a coon. Some people, I mean, I ain't finna lie. Some people said he was a coon because, you know, Uncle Charles,
Are
Uncle
we allowed
Tom.
to say that? This isn't Patreon.
Hey, almost passed 5 minutes. So, but I mean,
this episode has been rated R.
Horrible. But I'm gonna tell you. So, you know, if you didn't know, you know, he had a wife before he met the white girl. So he had the wife. He divorced her. He left her. Ended up going with the white girl. He was 29. She was 18, 19 at the time. And then, you know, everybody thought it was a beautiful relationship. And then he killed her.
Allegedly. But he was in trial and was acquitted for a regular trial. But then he went to what, civil?
Yeah,
civil court trial.
And lost $33 million.
And he lost that. But I think he never paid them. But then they like get it, like when he sells properties, they get a chunk.
Yeah, when he sold a lot of his property memorabilia, they got a lot of that. They got all that money. Then on top of that, when O.J. Simpson wrote the book, I Did It.
Oh, they got the rights to the book,
and then they got the rights to the book also. So I mean,
that's just crazy how they can kind of just like own him.
I mean, but they own. I mean, since he passed, but I mean, they said they couldn't take all his money, but because I mean, he still had to left off of something. But I mean, this is just crazy. Then once he beat the murder charge and he lost the civil case, then a couple years later he went to Las Vegas and then he had a robbery charge where the judge tried to give him like 33 years. And then when we were watching the video, you were seeing like, I mean, there's people that deletes people, and they don't even get that long. So. Or it's people that like the crime of passion law, they only get like 4 or 5 years. So the fact that he got 33 years and he didn't have any weapon.
A lot of people thought it was get back for him, getting acquitted on the first trial. Mm-hmm. And they thought that, with him getting in trouble in Vegas, they thought that the judge was someone that believed that he should have been in jail already. So they actually gave him like the highest penalty when it came to the robbery case, and it was still something confusing. I didn't do my whole research on the actual robbery thing, but it was like he was stealing back his whole memorabilia.
Yeah, it was basically getting his old stuff back.
Like they were supposed to like sell it and never did, but they didn't give it back to him or something. Put it down in the comments if you know the full story on that. But yeah, it got him in severe trouble where he did almost like a decade in jail.
Yeah,
and then he got parole and was let out in like what I think he ended up
9 years.
9 years. Yeah. So I mean, it's a crazy case. It's a crazy like how big of a cultural phenomenon it was, especially with the live police chase. And then years later, they had the show on FX. What was the show called? Do you remember?
The O.J. Simpson trial? The O.J. Simpson trial.
Did it have a special name, or is it just the O.J. Simpson trial TV show?
It was so many of them. It was O.J.
They had the most recent one where they had the guy that played Ross from Friends. Mm-hmm. They had him play. I think one of them was even on the Kardashian dad.
Yeah, and I think one of them was even on ESPN.
Yeah, because the Kardashian daddy was the lawyer for O.J. And then they said,
isn't he like allegedly Khloe Kardashian's?
Some people believe that he's Khloe Kardashian's
comment down below.
Because they're like, why is she built like a linebacker?
Comment down below. Do you believe O.J. Simpson and Khloe Kardashian are related? I'm just saying.
Speaking of Khloe Kardashian, I saw Adam 22 had interviewed Lamar Odom. And you know how Adam 22 has his like super friends, his side explicit content?
Yeah.
Lamar Odom was like, do you film that here? And he was like, not like right here, but he's like, there's like another area like on the other side of the building. Yeah, like we film it in this building. And he's like, do you think I could watch?
Oh, Lord. See, I mean,
Lamar Odom literally said he wanted to watch Adam work. And while he sat in the corner and watched.
He did say he might have a basketball game after that. He told you his pregame workout.
I bet you know his pregame workout. I'm sure about that.
It's a lot of people have weird things. I remember he said before every game, he handles himself before every game, to relieve the stress. And Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson says he pops Viagra pills before every game.
Okay, that's not right.
I'm just saying what they say.
You're trying to pop a rocket on the field?
Just pop a... But I mean, back to the story at hand. Once O.J. Simpson got free, got his appeal after doing his 9 years, a couple years have passed, and I mean, it looks like he caught cancer, and it was pretty big. He didn't want people to know about it, but he even went to the extent of actually making videos saying that it's not true. And then
this was do you know how old this video is?
It was probably videos like no more than 2-3 years old. So we got this video right here showing. We're gonna show you. Then we're gonna show you Caitlyn Jenner, aka Bruce Jenner, saying "good riddance," even though she not as good.
Hospice? Hospice? You talking about hospice?
Hospice?
No, I'm not in any hospice. I don't know who put that out there, but whoever put that out there, I guess is like the Donald say. Can't trust the media. In any event, I'm hosting a ton of friends for the Super Bowl here in Las Vegas. And all is well, So, hey, guys, take care. Have a good Super Bowl weekend.
I know you all think it's cute to compare a fatal car accident with multiple vehicles involved to a brutal murder, but remember OJ said something to the effect of, I could kill her and get away with it because I'm OJ. Because she had tweeted good riddance OJ Simpson when the news broke that he passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone tried to throw in her face that she killed someone in a car accident. So they're like, you're
not as good. You're not. I mean, you're not as squeaky.
It's like
squeaky clean.
It's like the Spider-Man meme when they're pointing at each other.
Basically,
how are you gonna be like, this man's a murderer? And it's like, wait, didn't you?
He was like the podcast.
Didn't you murk someone with your vehicle and you were allegedly drunk? Allegedly.
Yeah, pretty much. And she had to settle and pay $800K. I mean, to the family after that 2-car crash.
Oh, to the person's family that passed away?
Yeah, to the person's family that passed away, pay $80K.
Man, if the Kardashians...
$800K.
Let me bring... Hold on.
If the
Kardashians hit me, I would not move. You just stay down. You just stay down.
Because that money coming in.
You say, don't move me. You said, bring the ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm suing for $20 million off the top. I'm retiring myself right there. And then you might get a video once a month if I get $20 million in one shot.
True. But I mean,
then we could do crazy vlogs.
Then we could do all the vlogs we want. I mean, of course, that's what everybody always. You see that situation, the Brandy situation. I mean, the football situation that just happened, the football player situation that just happened, where he hit somebody and he tried to act like he wasn't even there. I mean, a lot of these celebrities, I don't know what's going on with these celebrities. Like they just feel like when they have the money, they can just do whatever they want to do. You see O.J. Simpson saying, "Oh yeah, if I did it, I could have got away with it." You see all these celebrities getting in these fast cars and they want to show them doing 120 miles an hour on the highway.
What year was the O.J. Simpson case? I forgot.
Ooh.
I don't have my phone. You gotta. It's on the charger. Do you have your phone on you?
Let me see.
Look up O.J. Simpson trial.
Which one?
The OG one.
O.J. Simpson
trial date. Yeah, because I don't know it at the top of mine. I was like, was that before I was alive?
Nah, he was alive. It was in I
was like 4 years old.
October 3rd, 1995 was O.J. Simpson trial date.
That's crazy that we're just talking about it now, and that's like I probably had just got consciousness, because you don't really get consciousness until you're like 3.5, 4.
True. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't have known. I mean, a lot of people wouldn't have known who this person was. So, I mean, if I had to make this equivalent to anything, O.J. Simpson's basically like Michael Jordan of the time, and LeBron James. He was like they had him up on that pedestal because a
lot of people thought he was the best player of 70s football, which was like a really hardcore brand of football, where the rules really let you knock someone's head off, and the game was dominated by running, so teams were built to stop the run. So it was literally like the golden age of running backs, and he was the best one. So you got to give him props for sports. But, as far as what he allegedly did, that's too brutal, man. I don't know.
I mean, but some people feel – so do you feel like – I need you to answer it down below.
I don't really
do you feel
know.
like he did it, or do you feel like he –
I mean, if you wrote a book said, if I did it, that's –
I mean, anybody can do that.
Telling.
People write fictional books all the time. If you can write a fictional book, you can write that.
That's messed up.
It's just It's just a book. It's easy.
I mean, I don't know. I bet it was crazy to see if like you were old, like an adult or like an older person, to be around at that time and see how like they said like everyone was like even watching it at work.
Yeah, the whole world stopped. The Oprah Winfrey Show stopped and watched it.
They were all watching the Verdict Live, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like the Aaron Hernandez thing. As soon as that happened, it was on like every channel. Or what R.I.P. Kobe Bryant. It wasn't like that, but you know what I mean. But
I mean, yeah, they said this is like he was technically like the first viral person. Some people believe like
he was on commercials. He was like one of the first black people on commercials.
No, I mean like once he got in trouble, like with the trial, like that. That's how everywhere it was. That's why they said he was the first viral. But didn't he didn't just get the wife? He got somebody else too.
Yeah, he got two. He killed the wife and the best friend.
So was it her best friend, or was it allegedly like a cheating thing?
I mean, allegedly it could be a cheating.
Because if it was something where he caught her cheating and then he went crazy and did things, that's so crazy about some of the laws today. Where we're hearing about trials that, like we talked about it earlier. We literally saw that one. I don't know if we covered it or not, if it made the top 10 or whatever. But where that guy caught his wife cheating and she was recording him for her safety because he was acting crazy, and he shot her on tape, and in some states they have like a crime of passion. If you catch like somebody and do that, like
The Romeo and Juliet.
it's like temporary insanity, and you get like 3-4 years. Instead of like, most people, if they do something that crazy, they're getting like 15, 20, life, depending on how bad it is.
But the thing about that, I think the Romeo, that law,
I thought it was some crime of passion. I don't know. Some states might have the Romeo and Juliet law. I don't know what the rules are on that, but I just think it's crazy. Like, cause like, I don't know if that's a newer thing or when that came into effect. Because if that would have been in effect for him back in the day, like he would have just been over it in the 4 years, instead of well, I mean, he beat the case.
2011.
They came in. Oh, that came into 2011. Yeah.
So that's
it's
why,
it's weird to think about it in today's time.
So yeah, back then, he
would have only got 4 years and just been done with it.
Or he
moved on with his life.
So if this happened in 95, he would, if he did 10 years, 95, 05. Yeah, I mean, he would.
That'd have been way better than the 10 years, because like that judge wouldn't have been like gave him the max penalty because she didn't feel like, I don't know, she could have been like 4 years wasn't enough. We're still giving him 30.
It was in a whole different city. But I mean, I need y'all to comment below. Let us know how you feel about O.J. Simpson. Do you feel like good riddance? He's where he belong at. I mean, some people feel like that.
I mean, I don't. It's the thing to me that's crazy is like when people do bad things and then they pass away, or they were known like a known bad person or an alleged bad person or whatever. It's like they pass away when they're like old. And then people are like, yeah, they got what they deserve. And it's like, we're all going to get old. Like, you literally, no one can stop that. And it's like, so if they got to live their whole life.
76.
I mean, that's literally.
That's a long time.
The male average in the United States is 77. I don't know if y'all know that men only live to 77 and women live to 80. So a lot of people, it's, how people say like in your 50, that's like your midlife crisis. For most people, it's actually 40 because most people don't really make it to 80.
Pretty much. R.I.P. all the real ones.
40 is your midlife crisis. So we're looking forward to your midlife crisis coming up.
I'm not having a midlife crisis. I'm doing great.
You're staying strong for the 80s babies.
Yeah,
90s babies unite over here, and everyone can agree on that 2000 babies and on.
You're 2 years younger than me.
20 years younger. Yes, you heard it here. But yeah, no, I mean, it's hard for me to have much emotion or connection because I was just too young to really know about this. And I just know him as like, oh, that's the guy that allegedly killed someone and got away with it. That's literally the only thing I know him as. Oh, and then they're like, oh yeah, and they always like to throw it at the end. He was a great football player in the pros in college. But the number one thing is they bring
it overtook everything he did because he broke a lot of. I mean, even though he didn't win a championship, he still won MVPs. He still won a lot.
I still remember when he got in trouble in Vegas. I remember being younger.
I remember that
and hearing about like how. And then I was thinking like, how do you get in trouble for stealing your own stuff? If it's your stuff, then you're not stealing.
I mean,
that's why I always wonder, like when like cars get towed. If you like broke into there and like got your car back, but it's like technically they stole your car. But I don't know. I guess there's ways where they're allowed to. It's just weird how they do that. It's just rip-offs for money.
True. I mean, it was like trespass. I think they get you for like trespassing because you went on their property, so they probably won't get you for the car, but they'll probably get you for trespassing. Unless you got a repo.
You'd probably have to like break a gate.
Yeah, unless you got a repo.
Yeah, you'd probably get in trouble for like damaged property and trespassing.
Yeah, basically because if you had a repo, then they were supposed to take it. They had rights. I guess they had the rights to take it.
I mean, not if it's a repo, but I mean like when you park somewhere incorrectly.
BSF.
And they take your car because it's like I feel like even if you're parked somewhere incorrectly, it's like they're literally picking your car, moving it. And it's like if you're taking anyone's thing and moving it without permission, that's stealing.
Pretty much.
So it's like I've always wondered how they avoided that loophole. Someone in the comments explain that to me, because I hate tow people. They've just for everyone can agree that the handful of times like everyone's done it at least 2 or 3 times.
When they got towed and they wasn't supposed to get.
Yeah, where you got towed, where you're like at a girl's apartment, or you're like downtown, or wherever you're at.
I remember I parked one place. This is off topic. I remember I parked one place I parked one place at this girl house, and I swear to God, as soon as I parked there, I went upstairs. I sat down. I was probably there for like 20, 30 minutes, and I was like, you know what? I'm finna buy the permanent ticket. I bought the ticket, and then I went back downstairs to go get something. I seen my car was taken, and I was like, what the hell? Then I called them, and I was like, oh yeah, your car was taken at 5:15, and I looked at my clock. I looked at my phone. I was like, hold on. I told this girl I got here at 5:10. So it's literally
5 minutes they came up on you.
It's 5. I'm like, how do you do that? Like,
They
how do
some
you
haters,
told
man.
somebody in 5 minutes? What if I was Uber Eats?
When it's like, didn't they get? What's crazy is like, even at apartments sometimes when they get them, and it's like our boy Seth got caught at your place parking at the wrong spot. And what did they charge him? It was like $300 or $400.
Yeah, $300 or $400. Cause
that's crazy.
Because if you say he parked in the fire spot,
yeah,
but the fire spot wasn't even like it was. But it was
the lines are so faded you can't even see it.
The lines are faded.
They catch people there like every day. It's like a speed trap.
It's a trap.
Don't fall for it.
It's a trap that these tow companies
look
do
for
to steal your
lines
money.
where you park. Look for the lines, even if they're faded.
Remember the Miami Tow show?
The what?
Miami Tow. It used to be like Reno 911.
Oh yeah.
And at the Miami Tow, like.
But they were doing like repossessed, like the lizard lick towing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were getting shot at. That's crazy.
I can't be no repo man.
I saw a video where a girl like she was like getting out of her car and then she noticed like the repo person was like just down the street or like had stopped in front and they just started reversing like crazy towards her and she hopped in the car and they were chasing each other going backwards. And then she like whipped it around and he couldn't whip it and she got away and like everyone was cheering. They're like, "Go girl, go!
Gotta get away."
I mean, like that's bad if they really want a car like.
Nobody likes to repo
no, but
people.
I mean, like, no, but
or the people that put the boot in your car.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, for repoing, like that they're tracking someone down so hard that they like found them at a mall. Like, because usually, like, if someone's repoing, they only like they check your house, like whatever the address is on the bill, that's where they check. But for them to be bad enough to be like following you around,
that'd be those people that they get the cars from a car dealership that put like trackers on cars and kill switches on cars.
So they do that like from the dealership, right? They put, and it's sometimes like that's illegal, man. You can't have trackers on people's cars and not tell them.
It'd be like, people don't be reading the contracts and everything. That's how they get everybody.
If you have a loan with us and you agree to have a tracker in your car type stuff, fine print, yeah, pretty much,
so they can follow you. We be like a lot of them cash car places. They'll get you.
That's why you never buy from a cash car place.
Exactly. Never finance from a cash car place.
I know you got to do whatever you got to do when you're young, but still get a cosign if you're an up and comer.
But speaking of up and coming, man, it looks like two of what can I say about them, man? It looks like
R&B and hip hop royalty.
It looks like R&B and hip hop royalty. Quavo and Chris Brown still got their beef with Karrueche Tran. I mean,
the Karrueche train?
With Karrueche, I mean, even though Chris Brown has been broken up with Karrueche for 8 years, he still got beef with. Like, he's still trying to spin the block. He don't want nobody to date her. He especially don't want Quavo to date her.
I just don't know. Like, I couldn't do it, man.
What?
If I was a celebrity, like if we made it big, like this becomes a podcast, we get a Spotify deal, we start, embarrassing people with money, especially with Crib Reactions. Check out Crib Reactions, our reaction channel. Get us to 9K, 10K subs. But like, I ain't gonna be after these industry chicks, man.
Well, I mean, they said Karrueche wasn't an industry chick at first.
No, but I'm just saying, like, if I'm famous,
yeah,
I'm not trying to get someone from the famous pool.
Yeah, I don't want to smash no girl that Rick Ross smashed.
Like, I don't want to be like some girl where I know her whole history. Like, it's like, oh,
you can put
this
girl
online. Is with Chris Brown and Quavo, and then Drake was spotted with her twice, and it's like
Selena Powell.
That's bad, man. She went academics. That's nasty. She was humping a chicken nugget.
So you saying it? So if a girl smash somebody that you feel this is not up to?
No, I just think it's the only thing I'm trying to say is that I think it's weird.
They be passing around
that celebrities like there's like 500 celebrities,
True.
And they all like smash around like each other.
Like
and it's like
Lori Harvey.
They don't even care. Like Lori Harvey, Kim K. Like Kim K was just with
Odell Beckham, Reggie Bush,
Chris Humphrey,
Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's been a lot. The Game.
I remember when they said like the Kardashians put a fire mixtape out of all their like boyfriends and baby daddies.
Oh Lord. Nah, but it's too
baby
many
daddy features.
It's too many people in the name. But let me refresh your memory, man. A while ago, Chris Brown and Karrueche used to go together. It looks like they broke up. Chris Brown had a baby on her. It was a lot of abuse going on. Chris Brown dropped a mixtape called "Before the Party" Volume 2 with a breakup song about another cringeworthy stuff. He's stalking the girl. Then in 2017, the Migos. That's when the Migos pulled up at the BET Awards and saw Chris Brown in the car and tried to jump him and beat him up while he was in the car.
Man, I didn't remember that.
That was around the same time.
I remember Fredo Santana getting their chain took.
Oh Lord.
R.I.P. Fredo Santana.
What happened to that story?
He got sick, but yeah, they were beefing with Chief Keef and Fredo Santana and Capo, and Fredo Santana. Yeah, was like, "You better leave my peoples alone." He's like, "Check my resume," and then they ended up on their next show, got their chain took, and then I think it was on Chief Keef's and Fredo Santana's Instagram was like, "You missing this?" And it was like them holding the chain.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So the Migos got their chain took early on in the game.
I remember that, but they've
been dissing like crazy. Like, oh wait, look, was this from lyrics from Chris Brown's song? It said, "Okay, now effing my old bees, ain't gonna make a sequel. Sipping that 1942, cause I don't do no Quavo. Freak B, she like Casamigos, not the Migos."
Ooh.
And then everyone was really liking Quavo and saying, "This is how you diss J. Cole," cause you know J. Cole's a weak boy. When he was talking about like rapping, and then he did that ad lib where he's like, "Don't beat her."
Exactly. So what my co-host is basically talking about is Chris Brown dropped this new tape this past week, the 11/11 Deluxe. On that song, he had a song called "Freak" off the new album, and then Quavo turned around, heard that diss track on "Freak," and he dropped a song called "Tender." We got a clip right here. It's about like 7-8 seconds long.
This is a clip? I didn't even know this is a clip.
We got 7-8 seconds long. Then we gonna come back, tell you more about the beef and the drama, and then give y'all our 2 cents. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe.
42 cause I don't do no Quavo. Home, don't beat her up. Don't beat her up.
Don't beat her up.
Must be the drugs. But I mean, so the question,
man, just like, is Chris Brown ever gonna beat the allegations after him and Rihanna get into it?
No, he's gonna forever be a woman beater.
Yeah.
Forever. No matter what. No matter every time they turn around, it's that, then like the drug allegations.
Yeah.
He be looking
crazy.
He
went on a crazy spree. You know, he tried to blame her about like, you know, like she was like biting his face and stuff, but like still, you know, like you could get her off of her. Like you could just like, you know, push her away. You didn't have to like Hulk swing on her.
Nah, I heard she was hitting him in the face with the back of her heel. Of her shoe.
Okay, well then now you're like asking to wreck. I don't know. Like, do you just jump out of the car at that point so you don't get in trouble?
I mean, basically.
But then if you jump out the car, she's going with the car.
Hey man, listen here. God made a choice. God told me to choose to see you and I, and I guess he want to see you.
I'm gonna inject Ojito myself because I'm rolling away from the BS.
Exactly. And this picture right here is from a fashion show. They had Offset and Quavo sitting next to each other. A lot of people were laughing.
I mean, Chris Brown.
Yeah, Chris Brown and Quavo sitting next to each other. A lot of people were laughing and saying, "Oh, if y'all beefing, how y'all able to sit next to each other?" And Chris Brown was saying, "Well, you know, I'm not finna mess with my bag. We around white people. We ain't finna mess with my bag. I'm messing with my money. I ain't stupid."
This is gonna be crazy because I wonder if Chris Brown is gonna go for the low hanging fruit.
What you mean? Who?
Like, cause you know how he dissed him and it's like you messing with my old girls, and then he took it to the next step by mentioning his old history. Like, you know, don't even know, you know, he put that behind him, and a lot of people are still Chris Brown fans. He wants to bring up when like probably the lowest point of his life when he got in trouble for that. So it's like Chris Brown could go for the lowest point in Quavo's life and be like, you know, your bro got, you know. You know how like you almost rap like,
or you could talk about Quavo. How you remember how he swung Sweetie around in the elevator?
Oh yeah, so he could be
took
like
the car back.
Yeah, he took the car back. So Quavo has his own domestic violence allegations.
But I mean,
with elevator footage. But then I was gonna say like
I don't think he got charged for that.
He could also talk about and be like, you know, like it's not his brother, but it was his nephew. Like your nephew got smoked right in front of you and you ain't do nothing. You know, like. He could put that in a track. I wonder if he would go that low. Not that many people have the balls to diss like Chicago, you know, where they say they're smoking on the dead people, but he might do it.
I don't think he's gonna say smoking on Takeoff because I know Offset's gonna probably come out and say something. But
I don't know if he would say he's smoking on him to disrespect him, but he could be like, he might not even mention him, but he could be like, your bro got smoke right next to you because your
ain't
ego,
do nothing.
or you ain't do nothing. I just wondering if he's gonna go that low because he wants to bring up his old stuff. Well, that's his most recent stuff. That Takeoff got hit right next to him when they were gambling in Houston.
But I think Chris Brown not scared. I really think Chris Brown want the 1v1,
and they challenged him in the hoops.
in the what's it called, the TRU league, the basketball
is it
it's a basketball league that the celebrities do on YouTube.
Is it on? Wasn't that on P Diddy's?
It's
network?
on Revolt. Yeah, it was. I wonder if it's gonna still happen because
Is Revolt canceled?
I mean, he said he sold the shares, so he's no longer
league?
working there. So I don't know.
Is it TCL? The
It's
celebrity league?
It's like TCL basketball league.
I don't know what it is. It's pretty entertaining though. Waka Flocka's won a championship. Chris Brown's teams won like 1 or 2 championships.
It's a lot of people on there.
And,
NLE Chopper's on it.
But Chris Brown said that Quavo tries to act like he's like the best celebrity basketball player, but he's like he ain't played since I joined the league.
Yeah,
since I joined the league, he's been ducking that smoke. And he's like, I've won the last 2 championships. And he's like, you're the basketball celebrity who come play me. People don't know that Chris Brown's so good at basketball. Mm-hmm. He might be actually the best celebrity basketball player. He's actually good enough in the summer that he plays in the pro-ams, where that's where they have top high school, top college, and top NBA players.
He ain't better than J. Cole.
In the summer leagues. Oh, he's definitely better than J. Cole. J. Cole ain't got no handle like Chris Breezy.
He ain't better than Lil Baby.
Everyone's better than Lil Baby. That's like saying Meek Mill's a hooper.
Oh Lord! But
that's like you picking Rick Ross.
But comment down below. Let me know how you feel about this drama. Do y'all feel like Chris Brown's a goofy for beefing over a girl that he basically cheated on 8 years ago, and he still ain't learned his lesson? Because like, what are you trying? If you trying to?
That's what I'm saying. That's what's weird, man. It's like if you date a celebrity, when you're done with her, like if things don't work out, she's still gonna be a celebrity. So it's like some people, when when things are done, like they might not be in your circle, so you never have to see them. But when you're a celebrity, man, you're gonna be a celebrity places. That's what I'm saying. If I was a celebrity, I would just find me a regular person, and then just spoil them. I would not want another celebrity. I feel like that would just be a headache because then you're trying to like balance 2 careers.
True. And she's always trying to be in the spotlight. And then as soon as you break up with her, it's gonna be like 7 or 8 other people in their DMs.
And then she's like, to get the revenge, she's gonna go to like, oh, I'm gonna show at the red carpet with a different dude. You know how I be.
True. Be like Coyle Ray, because Trippie Redd, you was messing with Coyle Ray first, and then as soon as they broke up, then she started messing with Blueface. And
it's weird. I wonder if like
Krishan and Coyle Ray's about to get in the fight over Blueface.
Half of these dudes make the celebrities if you think about it, because Coyle Ray, even though she
Benzino's daughter,
she really like wasn't known. And then it's like, once she got on Trippie Redd, people like knew her face because she was always all over his Instagram. And then it's like, she's like, I'm gonna put out music now that I'm known.
True. Or Lyra Galore, Rick Ross' old girl, when he was on house arrest, he had Lyra Galore. And
or
then,
like G Herbo's baby mama.
Oh, Ari? That was dirty.
How he made her famous, and then she went with Moneybagg Yo once they split.
Yeah. And they used to be hanging around each other and everything.
And it's like, man, it's crazy how that go. Like, girls get famous off a dude, and then they're like, well, I'm going to use my fame to break away. They're like, thank you for getting me close to your level or in your realm. Peace.
I mean, they don't want to go backwards, so they just, and then somebody pick them up. I mean, it is what it is. That's how it goes. But I mean, we gonna see what's happening next. We gonna see if the next award show, if anything actually happens, or if Quavo actually pulls up to the basketball league to fight. Or maybe
I'd take Chris Brown over Quavo. I've seen them both hoop. I think Chris Brown would tear him up. They should guard each other, and Chris Brown would steal the ball off him.
True, and I would say we gonna see them in the NBA All-Star Celebrity All-Star game. But remember, Chris Brown was invited, but then they took his invitation back.
Probably because Quavo was reminding him of his past. Freaking jerk.
Because they remember his past. But it's messed up, man. Let us know how you feel about this beef and this drama, man. Hopefully Chris Brown and Quavo, drop the beef. You got beefing over a female that don't even matter. But moving on from one beef to another beef.
The beef keeps beefing.
Exactly, man. We got, man, if y'all didn't know.
If you don't know, if you're watching this on TFTC Clips, you need to go ahead and click over to Tales from the Crib to watch the podcast. We drop first over here on Tales from the Crib, and then the podcast gets chopped up and put out on TFTC Clips. So if you want to check out the content quickly, and as soon as it drops, make sure you're subscribing to Tales from the Crib, because we got to talk about A$AP Rocky and The Weeknd trying to take shots. It's 20 versus 1 versus Drake. It's turning into 31, 41. He's looking like Kill Bill in Kill Bill Volume 2.
Exactly, man. So before we even start, man, we're going to show you the video, man. It's just so crazy how this beef happened, man. First, they was all friends. We got A$AP Rocky here talking about how Drake helped him in the game.
Well, Drake helped all of them. I mean, they were all doing features together. I mean, he's done
Drake,
albums with Future. He's done. He acted like Metro Boomin was his guy in the past. Like it was his South Side. So, let's see.
The only person that put on for me when I ain't have nobody was Drake. I'm talking about Drake was the first person to put on, like, before anybody. He didn't want to sign me. Yeah. It was like, yo, that's raw talent, yo. Like, you got to shine, yo. I'm going to see to it. I forever.
Just horrible, man. He said he forever owe him, but then turn around and be like, I smashed your baby mama before you had a child with her.
That's the thing I'm talking about, celebrities, man.
It's
just be weird, like you know that Drake was with Rihanna for a long time, and I guess things didn't work out.
We're flirting with her, messing with her,
and then A$AP's like, well, is it my turn?
Pretty much. And then you got The Weeknd.
Isn't A$AP going to jail for shooting the other A$AP member?
A$AP, oh yeah. I mean,
isn't he supposed to be? He's like been supposed to go to jail. Did he find a way to get out of it?
Nah, they say in court about that. He may end up dropping the charges. Most likely, they just want some money.
No, I thought like he already got like
found guilty,
like put where he has like to do a certain amount of time.
No, not yet. They haven't.
Put in the comments below if you've seen any update
on
with his
A$AP Rocky trial.
His shooting trial.
So back to what happened. So A$AP Rocky. So if you didn't know, Future dropped his new deluxe album with Metro. We Still Don't Trust You. More bangers on it. He had a couple more tracks.
Still Don't Trust You.
Yeah, and this time, in the last album, he had Kendrick Lamar on it. That was beefing, dissing Drake.
He got J. Cole to switch sides on Red Leather.
Then on this song, on this tape, he got J. Cole to switch sides on Red Leather, like you said. Then on top of that, he had it was The Weeknd on the album, and he had A$AP Rocky on the album. So I mean,
A$AP Rocky was looking to get his look back. Drake had already dissed him in a few songs. Mm-hmm. What was he saying? Like, things get really rocky. Or that one, I forget the song, but y'all know what I'm talking about. He dissed A$AP Rocky because, he's a little upset. Maybe it hurt because, he spent a lot of time with Rihanna, and then his homeboy ends up getting her pregnant.
Yeah, so it gets really rocky. That song, that was Another Late Night with Lil Yachty for All the Dogs album.
Oh yeah, Another Late Night. That's a good song.
Mm-hmm. He had that song, dropped that song, said something about Rocky. Then on the Kid Cudi album, on a song called Whoa, A$AP Rocky said something about Drake and his BBL. So I mean, they look like they've been throwing.
A$AP Rocky ain't dropped since 2018.
Yeah, but Kid Cudi dropped and he was on the feature. Remember, Kid Cudi dropped it at least a couple months ago.
Yeah, but I mean like his own project.
Oh, now he got Rihanna pregnant. He ain't worried about that. He said for life. He got $1 billion pregnant.
He's all fancy. He's all, let's have these fancy babies.
I mean, if you had basically, and he does fashion, so every time you see him, he's always on fashion shows. He's on newspaper.
She turned him into a male Rihanna. He's gonna drop an album once every 12 years. The next mixtape won't be until he's like 43.
True. And
Rihanna needs to make some new music. But the thing is like Rihanna's like unfortunately, she's like a Beyonce.
Who, Rihanna?
She's like a product. Like she's like a record label product.
Oh yeah.
Like she's one of those artists that like they don't write any of their music.
Oh, he said where the like camp and everything.
Like they have people like that pick their songs for them. They give them the reference track and then they go in the booth. There's a difference between those artists and then artists that actually write their own music and perform their own music.
True, you got a point. You got those artists. Then you got like The Weeknd and Drake. Like in the So Far Gone album, this one with The Weeknd and Drake used to be good friends. So that's why on this song here he's talking about how thank God I never signed my life away. So, and then he said, "Oh, their shooters
Just
making TikToks." And that's when you're talking about what Buka Too Nice is like one of the shooters.
Baka Not Nice.
Baka Too Nice, Baka Not Nice,
Baka
yeah.
Not Nice.
Baka Not Nice is one of Drake homeboys. Like, if you look on the TikTok,
You can't be hating on Baka.
You type in Baka Not Nice, you see it on TikTok. He making a whole bunch of videos.
Baka with the chop.
So I mean, it is kind of crazy having you. Wait,
you make TikToks?
If your shooter, is it? If you find out your shooter is making TikTok videos, is he no longer your shooter?
Is he making shooter TikToks?
No.
Is he doing dancing TikToks?
He's doing dancing TikToks.
Is his pistol in his hand while he's dancing?
No.
You don't even have you're not even pistol dancing?
You're not even pistol towing.
You might get deductions. You might get moved to the bench for that one.
Oh, it's like being with
if you're gonna do the newest like little dance, Glock.
Exactly. It's like you
get in trouble.
It's like
That's how you get your account back.
It's like you and all your homeboys, y'all walking downtown, walking somewhere.
Making your way.
It's like
downtown,
5 of y'all, and then you see this one big
fast.
dude over here licking some ice cream. Like, what are you doing? I don't eat no ice cream. Nah, you gotta cut it. You eat it with your hands. Like, so you got a cone, you got ice cream on top. You just got to grab the ice cream with your hand and just eat it like that.
Show us again.
Show you.
What are you doing? This guy's doing profanities on the screen. We're gonna have to blur that out.
Man, but so after Drake,
we're not on co-host. We're not on Patreon right now. We're not on Patreon. You can't be making hand gestures to the viewers.
Hey, I mean, that's how I was feeling.
That was sign language for word number 1.
It was, yeah. It's the same way Drake was feeling, because I mean, I know that I know he's tired of.
He just looked straight at the camera and did that.
He's tired of Metro Boomin and Future always coming at him, dropping all this stuff. 'Cause, as soon as this happened, Metro Boomin dropping leak tracks. He just dropped a leak track of
dropped
the leak track of Lil Yachty.
They had Kendrick had a reference track leak.
They also had a Kendrick reference track leak.
And then they also tried to have a Kendrick diss track leak, like Drake's diss track leak. But then everyone was like, it was so trash that they're like, it's AI.
It's funny as hell. I guess that's a new. That's
a new way to test the song.
Yeah, man. Since you already talking about,
you kind of do like a version where it sounds a little off. And like, oh, that's awesome if it's real. And it's like, oh, it just hasn't been processed yet. And then they get the final version, like, yeah. But if it's like sound that you put it out there like that, and like, oh, that's trash. You're like, oh, that's AI. Never put out the finished version.
Pretty much. That's basically how they doing it now. Because like you said with the Kendrick Lamar thing,
they're scared.
Yeah, because I know when since you already talking about it, you might as well move to the next slide.
How you scared with a little 7 foot? Size 7 foot. You know what's crazy?
What?
If you really know shoes, it's even funnier. Is that men's doesn't even start at 7. Men's starts at 8.
So they're still kids.
Yeah, kids is 1 through 7.
And exactly.
Men's is 8 through but most places have 8 through 13. They don't. You have to order special order if you're 14 and up.
And you don't got a special order this, man. It looks like 50 Cent says, all y'all got smoked by a light-skinned N-word. So if you didn't know...
According to Rick Ross, he's white.
He's a white boy. But if you didn't know, man, Drake finally responded back to Kendrick Lamar, because you know what I mean, he ain't really have to diss Future and Metro and them. I mean, like they saying
Shut
some
up
things,
and make some drums.
So I mean, he dropped the song, drop and give me 50. If you did know, they saying Kendrick Lamar doesn't own his he doesn't own all his masters.
Didn't he get kicked out of TDE?
No, he left TDE.
Didn't they spank him out? Didn't Schoolboy Q throw him out of TDE?
Now it makes sense that why he left TDE and didn't come back. Because I mean, if they taking all his money and they make him do songs with Tyler Perry and do songs with the Chili Peppers.
I don't know. I think Kendrick Lamar is like the Taylor Swift of the rap game. It's like I don't get it.
So you're thinking the same thing everybody else saying. Like people are saying that Kendrick Lamar is overrated.
He's had one good album to me.
So
and a handful of decent songs.
So you're in like Damn, Pimp a Butterfly.
Damn had 2 good songs.
You had
Pimp a Butterfly had 0 good songs.
Man, then he had the one with the Kodak.
The what?
The album with Kodak Black on it.
I don't remember
the newest album.
It's probably so trash I didn't even see it.
So you don't even listen to them. See? But man, we got a video.
How's he supposed to do all this mental rap when he's doing someone that's fighting the perks all the time?
That was what Kodak Black was trying to get clean.
He's never clean. He's from Florida.
All right, well, but I mean,
if you're from Florida, you're never clean.
Horrible.
You're living in the Everglades.
See, disrespectful. But what we got right here, man?
My co-host used to ride alligators to school.
We got disrespect. We got Drake over here responding back to Kendrick Lamar.
We need to do this on the reaction channel. Go over on Crib Reactions, and we're gonna drop the Drake "Drop and Give Me 50" full version reaction. We need to do that. But let's see the clip.
Oh, it's such a beautiful day. Me waking up from a nap, I just realized BBL Drizzy called his mommy on me. He shared their text messages between each other. Cupcake Drake, tell your mama you stayed out past your curfew, white boy. You wanted to hang at the park with the niggas, smoke weed with the niggas while we washed our old school Chevys. White boy, you got a Chevy, white boy? I doubt it. But anyway, big nose. Boy, you had 25% body fat with a carved out 6-piece. Stop. We know what time it is. That shit costs 40 bands. Stop. But tell your mama, well, in Miami, we say old girl. Tell your old girl she a beautiful lady. I told you that before, and I meant that. But you tell your mama, white boy, you stayed out at the park too late, and you can't call her when you get in this shit. This shit too deep to call your mama, white boy.
Then he going crazy with it. So
and he released his diss track already on all platforms.
Yeah, he did release. Rick Ross released his diss track on all platforms. He got the Dreezy BBL nose.
My Rick Ross diss track is coming soon.
He got the BBL, the Drake BBL nose on the hoodie that he's performing at like proms and all these places. I mean, isn't Rick Ross
gonna fit a hoodie?
You funny. Rick Ross.
I've never seen him in a hoodie.
Rick Ross is one of the funniest people out. I mean, a lot of people saying now that Rick Ross and Drake is
Speaking of big nose.
Now that Rick Ross and Drake is beefing, what are they gonna do? Who gonna get the ownership of DJ Khaled?
Oh no.
Because you know what I mean. Because this is the only person that's really being affected by this whole thing.
This is a major key.
Watch, we finna get
We are no longer the best.
We finna get the new DJ Khaled album, and then you gonna have nobody on it but Drake and Future.
Future wouldn't be on it.
You don't think so?
No, he's gonna get what's this called?
All the new people.
Well.
Oh Lord,
it's gonna be Drake and Bad Bunny,
6ix9ine.
No, and Gunplay.
She's never gonna put
Florida stand up.
No, so, but how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this beef that's going on right now?
I feel like Kendrick lost, and he's always lost.
You think so?
He will never win.
So there's nothing that Kendrick Lamar can do.
Team Drizzy, Team OVO. Forget the leprechauns.
So what made it? An L? Is it because if it was just Kendrick Lamar versus Drake, it would have been fine. But now that everybody's jumping on it, it just dilutes it.
Yeah, I just don't understand why everyone's mad at Drake. Like, I don't understand where this came from.
All this fake animosity.
I mean, he did have a couple songs where it seemed like he was dissing. But I felt like on First Person Shooter, that wasn't really a diss. Like, I don't really feel like they literally said he was a part of the Big Three.
True, and somebody.
And then until J. Cole lost his mind at the hookah bar, and did the white flag because he doesn't want to participate in the rap civil war. I mean,
what they're saying is that they said that Kendrick Lamar was supposed to be on First Person Shooter also, but he turned it down. So he turned it down, and then
he's just a good kid in Mad City.
And that is crazy how J. Cole apologized, and I every time you hear
we knew he was soft.
Every time you hear Kendrick,
where's he from again?
Well, North Carolina.
Soft, yeah.
So every time
the only thing that was cool from North Carolina is Michael Jordan.
Every time you hear Kendrick Lamar diss, the first thing he say is, "Oh yeah, I'm making these rappers quit before I even respond. I got these rappers saying things to me, then 2 seconds later they're saying sorry and apologizing."
That's what Drake said though.
No, that's
about Kendrick, because he said Kendrick was talking all this trash, and then he caught Kendrick backstage at his show.
Oh, that time.
And then Kendrick was trying to be all buddy, even though he was trying to diss on the.
That was the Big Stepper. That was the Big Stepper concert when Drake went to the Big Stepper concert. That's where he said, "Oh, how you
turned into Little Step?
How you a Big Stepper with a size 7 shoe?"
Yeah.
So I mean,
that's literally the big kids. He's a big kid stepper.
Drew, and maybe
one day he'll get to adult stepper.
Drake also says he has more.
I don't think he's with Mimo 600. I don't think he is with them steppers, huh?
Stupid. But Drake does say he have a lot more things to say about Kendrick Lamar. I don't know. You never like with all the other rappers. You see all the other rappers posting online all the other time, but you never.
Drake already got ammo for the full clip. But you see Rick Ross' baby mama ready to sell him out. Mm-hmm. She said he's doing so bad he had to sell all his Wingstops and he only owns 3 when he used to own 100. And that he couldn't drop him and give him 50. He could probably give him 4. It's coming from Rick Ross's baby mama.
But he still got to get Kendrick Lamar too, because we don't care about all that, man. I don't care about you coming at Rick Ross or ASAP Rocky or Future. You already dismantled Metro Boomin. We'll tell him to shut up and go make some beats. We want to see you come at Kendrick because K-Dot been asking for this. You know it'd be funny if Big Sean hop in this.
Is Big Sean still alive?
He just dropped a song 2 weeks ago.
I didn't know he was still alive.
We just watched his video.
I thought he got stepped on or something.
And I think he pops up. And Janae Aiko's doing a tour. I forgot who she's doing a tour with, but Janae Aiko's doing a tour, and Jake and Big Sean make special guest appearance every now and then. But I mean, I gotta see it. I mean, I gotta see Big Sean. Big Sean needs to hop into this. A couple other people, man. I mean, cause they.
Do you think since everyone's teaming up on Drake that little woman Pusha T is going to try to jump on the bandwagon on the Drake hate train? He's going to come out of his hiding and finally speak again?
No, because Drake already beat him. Why do you come back out again?
You think Meek Mill's going to try to go for round 2? He's like, I'm here, Ricky Rose.
Do you? Okay.
I'm here.
Do you think the new Drake, the Drop and Give Me 50 is better than Back to Back? Which one's better, Back to Back Meek Mill diss or this one?
No, because I think...
And just coming down to which one is the two best?
Boomin is going to hear for the next 20 years, randomly while he's in public, shut up and make some drums. He's going to get in some fights because he's going to hear that for the next 20 years.
I can see that.
I saw him in Vegas one time where he was DJing a club in Vegas, and I got tickets to see him.
He'll kick you out.
I would have told him that. If I would have saw him like a week after Drake made the Drop and Give Me 50, I would have yelled that like right when they do like a pause in the beat. I would have done it.
He would have been, get him. See that white boy over there? Kick him the fuck out. Kick him out.
No, I would have ducked.
Nah.
Then I would have waited for another pause and done it again.
You gotta tell like, you better stay away from me, or I'm gonna tell Drake. You know you scared of Drake.
Yep. I'm gonna get.
Then he would have jumped you.
He ain't jumping nothing. He'll have his bodyguards.
Because isn't Metro Boomin cool? Who's cool with Travis Porter? Is it Metro Boomin or is it South? I think it's Metro Boomin.
Metro Boomin at a certain point was like cool with everybody. He came in. He was like the lackey with like Southside and Lex Luger, and like he started getting more and more clout as he got more and more of a shot and more people use his beats.
Then he did the 21 Savage album.
Yeah. He's been around for a long time, especially in the Atlanta music.
True,
but I always felt like Metro was like, what's Future's
DJ Esco?
DJ Esco, the coolest DJ in the world.
True.
He would like. I felt like Metro Boomin tried to steal DJ Esco's whole swag with his haircut, with his headband, and everything. You're not DJ Esco.
I haven't heard about.
You're not DJ.
The last time I heard about DJ Esco was 56 Days and Nights when he got arrested in Dubai or something like that. Then like he made that tape.
Oh yeah.
That was the last time I heard about DJ Esco.
But he, as far as I know, that he was like Mr. Magic City. That's like his home base. Like he DJs there whenever he's not on tour.
Okay.
And I don't know if you do too many nights at Magic City, how you're still alive.
The gunfights.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know the type of element that is.
I can see it, but I need you to comment down below. Let us know how you feel about this Drake beef. I think it's gonna keep going on. I mean, this is like 2 weeks in a row. They saying Kendrick Lamar about to drop a tape. Drop a song, even though the last one, because they said the last one was trash. And then they just released another. I think did you hear the other Drake diss song?
The second one?
Yeah, he had a second diss song. Like it was like 6 Guy from like a long time ago. But I
don't think I saw that.
Comment down below if you heard that other Drake diss song. But I mean, this is getting crazy.
I want the Drop of 50 to get an official release so I can add it to my music on Apple Music.
True.
But it's on my YouTube playlist.
Make sure I cop that. But I'm ready to snap on this girl and you holding me up. I'm ready to put
little Snapperson.
I'm ready to put my foot down. I'm ready to put some respect on my name because this don't make no sense.
Respect.
Horrible. This don't make no sense. It's like a double-edged.
K. Michelle explains why she doesn't like men who cry once they cry. I turn into man.
Makes
and
no
that's
sense.
basically what a lot of men say. They say, show no emotion, because usually if you show emotion, eventually that emotion gets turned against you.
True.
So it's like it's all good and dandy until they need some ammo, and then they already got ammo. They got a full clip, and they use it on you.
It's like you dang if you do, you dang if you don't, because it just makes no sense. Like you see Shaq
Like, he never's open up, and then you open up and like he's acting like a bee.
I gotta be the man. Yeah, it's just like what Shaq said when Shaq dropped the video saying, "Oh yeah, never crying for no woman." You got Whoopi Goldberg and everybody talking about like this isn't mature, all this other stuff. You shouldn't think like this. And I don't know why men think like this, but then you turn around and you see women like K. Michelle and everybody on the Shade Room and Baller Alert, like champion.
I mean, like when is it okay to cry? Like if you have a parent pass away, you can't cry.
You never can cry. You can't cry about nothing.
God, this cold world.
Exactly, and it's like it doesn't make any sense because it's just like you said. Because if you go the whole time and not crying, they only be like, "Oh yeah, you're too hard. You don't have an emotional side. I need somebody a little softer." Then as soon as you cry one time, it's like, "Oh, you a B. I'm the man in a relationship."
You crying again, you little B?
Oh, see, it makes no sense. I mean, like it's just
you either have no emotion and you're a RoboCop, or you're a little baby back B.
They don't like it, but I mean
we're far enough in. You either have no emotion or you're a baby back bitch. That's what it is.
Shoot, but play the video. We're gonna let you see what K. Michelle said. Then we're gonna come right back and give you.
I don't want men to cry because then I don't feel protected.
So my last ex, he cried.
You like it? I would like to be better about that. You know, like I don't want to see.
I don't mind them crying though. I think they should be able to be vulnerable.
I do. I think men should be able to cry and be vulnerable.
Yeah.
But for some reason, once they cry, you know what happens to me? I turn into the man.
No, you make it like grown one.
When they cry, I be like, I be like that, like.
It depends what they're crying about. So if they had a death in their family,
if we both cry,
if their mom passed?
I get it, family. Oh, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like if something don't go their way, like a cry.
Oh, no.
But like if someone die in your family and things like that, then
what if having a bad, no.
And you know, like having a bad, like I just don't be want men to cry because then I don't feel protected.
But I feel like this, so my ex would cry if something happened. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I think men should be vulnerable if they're going through something.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you think that?
Yeah, I think they should be able to cry. We cry.
Why do you think that?
I don't cry.
You don't cry?
Not really.
Why don't you cry?
Because I don't have anything to cry.
Because I don't got anything to cry about. Lies. Everybody be crying. Everybody gets weak. Everybody gets emotional.
Everyone see Toy Story 3.
Oh yeah, I cried on Toy Story 3 when Annie gave the toys away to the little girl.
Yeah,
I dropped a tear.
And she broke Buzz.
But I just don't like how a woman can do one thing for you and she automatically degrades you. Oh yeah, you're not a real man, or I'm the man in the relationship because I had to do this. And it's like I've been paying the bills for like 2 years straight, and you do it one time and you feel like you the big boss. You feel like you got the pants relationship and you can tell me what to do. Now I'm on a curfew. It just don't make any sense. Imagine that.
My God.
Imagine a woman putting you on. It's just it don't or never ever move in with a woman and her name was on the lease because she gonna always feel like she can kick you out and it's her place. But then if it was the other way around, that's what like, oh yeah, he's mean, he's toxic.
No, you don't gotta kick her out. That's what the closet's for.
Send it to the closet. I mean, most men just sleep on the couch downstairs. Go sleep downstairs. But
or if in your apartment, just sleep on the couch.
Yeah, basically.
Give them the bedroom.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, this is just another thing to show, man. Like keep focusing on yourself, man, because these women out here is just toxic. They don't know what they want to do. They want to tell you that they want a man. They want somebody with leadership skills. Tell them what to do, but then turn around once you tell them what to do, they want to be like, "You're not my father. My father don't talk to me like that." He's like,
this reminds me of that story I saw with that pro soccer player.
Oh yeah,
where he got like divorced by some like model, and then they're like, "Why did you divorce him? Like, was he like mean to you? Did he do something wrong?" And then she was like,
he's too nice.
He was too nice." She was like, "There was never anything for me to get mad about him about, so that way like we could make up. So like it was boring."
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Like how they feel, how they get bored. Like females get bored,
and then
they
try
to do crazy stuff just to get more,
start
just to get
fights, just because
attention.
like things have been good for too long.
Yeah, I just never.
I don't get that.
I never understood like why you can't just be happy. Like why is being happy boring? Like you need like.
I mean, you ain't gonna lie. I mean, it's not worth it though. The headache is not worth the makeup party. If you know what I'm talking about.
True, it's not. And then like when you tell them oh yeah, when they be like that, you can tell them like I mean I can give you something that you want to be mad about. I mean like I can start cheating on you and all that stuff. Like oh no, don't do that. I'm like what do you want to do? You just want to irritate me? They just want to irritate you and they just want attention. And it just doesn't make any sense how the thirst for attention that they have, like it's not like
I mean it's social media, man.
You
social
think so?
media has corrupted everyone's mind. Everyone wants likes and this and that.
Everybody wants a high value man, a man to make $100K.
It's like, man, it's funny because it's like we like doing podcasts, we like doing reaction videos and doing YouTube stuff. But if you look at our personal like social media accounts that are, I mean, I don't list my personal Instagram, but you can follow us on Tales from the Crypt 2.0 if you want the podcast Instagram. But like, I like never post. I don't really care to show people like, oh, look what I bought. Look what I'm eating this food. Oh, look at that. Like, I don't care. As long as I'm enjoying what I'm doing, like, that's cool.
True.
If you want to get me famous from talking crap about people, then I appreciate you. But you're not going to get me famous by, like, showing my life every day. Like, that's not, I don't think I'll ever do that.
True. And I thought we were in a time for healing and emotional healing and, you know, finding yourself in therapy. But it looks
you
like...
ever find these?
Funny, and it looks like here. I mean, a lot of people want emotional healing, and a lot of people want you to basically give them grace when it's for them. But when it's for you, they don't want you to do that. They want you to what you say?
I plead the fifth.
He said I plead the fifth.
I'm pleading the fifth on this one. Basically, if you feel like you don't like, if you're like, if I do this, I'm going to be in trouble. If I do that, I'm going to be in trouble. Just go play video games.
They don't like that either. Remember, they don't like guys to play video games. They don't like guys to take them to Cheesecake Factory. They don't like guys, like, it don't make it, back to this crying thing, like, it don't make any sense. Like, some girls say you can cry. Some girls say a lot of girls say, oh, you can cry in front of me. But it's like, you don't know. Like, this girl right here, Becky, you can cry in front of her one time, and then she think you a B. But then this girl over here, Sue, if you cry in front of her, like when you cry over Becky, you kind of cry in front of Becky like 4 times, she'll be like, oh, that's fine. But once you do it 10 times, she'll be like, you a B. But then you date Sarah, you cry in front of her one time, she'll be like, you a B. Like, it's no balance. So you just like, forget it, I'm not gonna cry at all.
Yeah.
Because it's like you don't know how each person feeling. Everybody swear up and down like, oh yeah, I can handle a man crying until you see him crying, and you be like, oh, you a bitch.
Yeah, it's just
there's no winning nowadays in 2024 in these relationships. Like, it's just
at the end of the day, you just gotta be like, that's unfortunate.
Be single. Just gotta be single. Ain't no winning, because you know, you're damn if you do, you damn if you don't.
Or you can be like Kai. Just pay for everything.
Paying $5,000, 5 bands.
How did that not make this show?
Because it wasn't high enough.
It wasn't getting no views.
It wasn't getting no views.
Let's throw it in at the end of this. So Kai allegedly is paying for a
cooch,
paying for kitty cat. And
I thought it was illegal. I thought people was fine with that. Now, Bandman Quavo was over there talking about videos like, oh, you can pay for this, pay for that.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you really think about it, you do it or do it. Like,
I mean, you're paying for her to leave. You're not paying for her to stay. So it makes sense.
No, it's just like when you're like a celebrity or a super rich person, it's like instead of like impressing them over time, you can just impress them really big once, and then that's it.
Wait, man.
And a lot of time they're not trying to date, so they're just like, "Hey, I'm gonna pay you for your time."
True.
And they'll like cover it up, like, "Oh, like this is for your nails. I'm gonna pay you $5,000 for your hair and nails so you could look nice for our one single date, and then where we never see each other again."
True, but then I understand where Kai's coming from. Like, if I paid you this, well, he's not admitting to it, but I mean, if I paid you this amount of money,
it seems kind of phony because it's like. It seems like he's getting like extra turn where he's like trying to sue her and do all this stuff, and it's like,
He got an image. He got a brand.
I feel like if you didn't do it, then it would be like, you would be like, man, y'all know who I am. Like, y'all know I want to do it. This girl's trying to extort me. But he is like going like off on his stream. Mm-hmm. He's like buying website domains so that way when you like pull her name up, like it'll also pull up like a web page that talks trash about her. And it's just like a lot of people are like, man, like you're doing a lot, dude. Like just admit, like you pay for it. Like
she don't want to admit it. Even he's embarrassed, but at the same time, I understand because
what does he think? Like he's like a 5'5" hobbit. The only way he's gonna be able to get it is to pay for it. You saw like he was trying to hang out with that one celebrity girl and she friend-zoned him.
Oh yeah, the Tyler girl.
Yeah, she was like, dude, you're cool, but you're a hobbit. Like. I'm not trying to get humped by a micro machine.
But then you see Tiana Trump, she'll be all, I don't know what's up with these celebrities and porn stars.
Well, no, what it is
you see Zion Williams
be saying that, but all these super friends, all these super friend girls, that they like try to get in tune with all these streamers. But but what's crazy is like these streamers typically have young viewers, so they're trying to get these young viewers that spend all their money on like Fortnite skins. Instead of buying Fortnite skins, they want them to be naughty and spend it on their super friends. So they're trying to get all these 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds to buy their stuff. Because with the internet, you just can lie about your age.
Pretty much.
You literally put in your age. Yeah, it's not like they do have like you got to scan your ID or anything.
Like they do that in Texas now.
Oh, yeah. We're like free but not free. We can pistol tote, but we can't watch nudies.
Exactly, but I mean, I feel the same way with my co-host Phil. If I paid you to just shut up and take this and leave, you should have did that. The fact that I feel like she over here trying to get clout because her only F is it ain't booming, it ain't popping like that. So
I think you might got a good point. Maybe
like
because he has
girl.
so many brand deals. Maybe that's why he's going so hard to defend himself.
Yeah.
But it still seems like a little bit much.
Yeah, he is.
Put in the comments below. Do you think like the overreaction is admission or guilt, or do you think like it's the right amount of reaction because the amount of brand deals and sponsorships he has?
Exactly. But you ready for couch announcements?
Let me throw you on the couch.
Horrible.
Should we go classic music? I say yes. Welcome to Tales from the Crib halftime show, where we let you know what's going on, what's new with the channel, and what you can expect from us. Thank you for tuning in to Tales from the Crib every week. We like to drop, every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday, baby.
Every Tuesday, usually anywhere between 4 and 7, so we try our best. And then check out our clip channel. If the podcast is too long for you or you want to watch your favorite topics, go to TFTC Clips, where we clip out the channel for you. And then we got TFTC Gaming. My co-host is playing the new Wrestling 2K24. I'm playing the NBA 2K24, Call of Duty, Dragon Ball Z, some Star Wars classic games, Battlefront 1 and 2. Check that out over on TFTC Gaming. But we need to go to our Pride and Joy, our #1 channel, since y'all refuse to support us like they do on Crib Reactions. We're almost to 9K subs on Crib Reactions. We dropped a bunch of videos. Go check out our favorite girls, XG. They just dropped another track. They're back. Thank y'all for all the views. I think when I took the screenshot, it had 4.6. I got already over 5K views on that videos in less than 24 hours. Shout out all the rock fans from 1OK Rock. Got 9K views. Baby Metal,
600 views.
If you're still got in a Baby Metal 5K Rock, we did like a rock week without even intentional.
I see that.
Bandmade, Glorilla's getting up to almost 1,000. People are hating on that video.
What are you saying?
Because they said I cannot expect the same thing from men and women. They said in the men's street beef, when someone disses your dead people, you either got to diss them back super hard or get up with them. Mm-hmm. And they're like, when girls do that, it's tacky and distasteful. They're like, Nikki didn't even deserve a response because that was so tacky. So, like, the fact that you're saying that she needs to get up with her response is not cool. And they were, like, starting to name call and stuff. I had to block some people. They were being nasty.
They call name calling who, us or them?
Us. They're, like, calling us some haters.
Who's hating
on
who?
We get paid to hate. We're paid haters.
Who they say was hating on?
Oh, Meg.
Did I say I support Meg?
I don't remember.
I
think I called you out for being a Tory Lanez fan because you like to be Mr. Flip Flopper and only like to pertain to whoever we're talking about.
Was that person named Chico Grande?
No, you're a Tory Lanez fan. I never really listened to Tory Lanez.
Was that person that called?
I only like Megan Thee Stallion because of her body, not because of her music.
So the person that called me out, was they Papa O-Block?
Chico Grande did call you out for being a phony jabroni. That's facts.
I know it was you.
I was like, this is a guy who's like Tory Lanez #1 fan. And then we get on a Megan time, and he's like, Team Egg. No, we're not going for that. If you're going to go down, if I'm going down, you're going down with me.
You a hater.
This is a sinking ship. You're going down with the captain.
Nah.
But, yeah.
I save myself.
They were definitely hating how much that I was like, man, I was like, you can't talk all this trash. Was it in Hiss?
Uh-huh.
I think that was, Meg's latest song.
The Snake song?
You can't talk all this trash about everyone.
Cobra.
And then,
the episode's
no, I
Cobra.
think it was Hiss. Because they were trying to correct me when we were talking.
Probably Hiss.
But, and then you can't talk all that mess, and then someone's all lying on your dead mama, and it's crickets. But again, I guess they said I can't expect the same things from males and females, so
double standard.
I guess there's still we're supposed to have equality. They only want equality when it's convenient.
Pretty much. Only when it's time for free. Only when it's time for
to get paid,
basically,
or food portion sizes. No, I'm just kidding. But Ryan Gosling, y'all really love that video. Got us to over 1K views. You can check us out. We are definitely Knuff. But let's go ahead and start the second half of the show. This is going to be like the sports side of the podcast. So let's start it off. The NBA playoffs are here. The play-in tournament is starting right after this podcast. It's starting at 6:30 Central Time, so we better have this podcast out at like 4:30.
Okay.
So they can watch the podcast before the game. We're going to try our best. But we're recording this the day before, and we got just shout out Luka before we talk about anything. First and foremost, Luka the Don, my MVP pick. I don't know who this guy's picking, but we're Team Luka over here. He got the scoring title, averaging 34 points a game, and scored a season-high 73 points. I think it's the most points since Kobe Bryant's 81. Since that was the last highest point total.
He's going to quit the NBA.
He did that against the Atlanta Hawks. So shout out Luka. He got 50 wins with the Dallas Mavericks, and they're going to be end up playing the Clippers. I'll talk about that for a brief moment, but I was really proud of Luka. He absolutely dominated this year. He worked things out with Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie's looking like the Kyrie of all, the Cavalier Kyrie. It looks like he's back in that form. But let's go ahead and talk about this briefly, and we'll get into the play-in matchups. We'll start with the Eastern Conference. We got the Chicago Bulls and the Atlanta Hawks. Who are you taking there?
Oh, I'm going with the Atlanta Hawks. You can't stop Trae Young and DeJounte Murray.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Because I think Zach LaVine. I know Ball's still Lonzo Ball's still injured. I got to check on Alex Caruso. I mean, I'm really surprised the Bulls.
They had so many injuries, man. I'm surprised that there were that. But now, since thanks to the play-in, they're going to be able to play. The Hawks, I think, Trae Young was still out. Is he back?
Yeah, I think Trae Young's back.
Is he? You got to check on the Bleacher Report app and see what it says for day-to-day. Because you could just skip forward like 2 games.
Nope, don't got it on his phone. Oh, man.
This man ain't official. But yeah, I don't really, to be honest, I don't care about the Bulls or the Hawks. I think that if you look at the other 7-8 in matchup, which is the 76ers versus the Heat, I think whoever loses in that game is going to beat the Bulls or the Hawks. So I still think that the Bulls and Hawks will not make the playoffs. I got the Philly winning this, the top 7-8 game with the Heat losing, and then I got the Heat beating the Chicago Bulls because I think the Bulls will beat the Hawks and then lose in that second round of the play-in with let the Heat get the 8 seeds. So then you'll have Philly playing the Knicks, which is bad for the Knicks, and the Heat playing the Boston Celtics, which is also bad for the Boston Celtics because that's been the team that's had their number for years.
Trae Young's playing. Capella's out. They got who else on the Caruso's out, Andre Drummond's out, Lonzo Ball's out, and Zach LaVine is OFS
out for season.
Oh, so they got a DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, I still think the Bulls could win that.
So both of these teams getting blown up. As soon as
that's what I'm saying. The Hawks could win. It doesn't matter though. I think whoever wins is going to lose to whoever, Philly or Miami. Whoever loses that game. But I got Philly beating Miami. You got Philly beating Miami?
No, I got Miami beating Philly because Joel Embiid is just coming back from his injury, so he hasn't been playing that many games yet.
You don't think he's not good enough for them?
He's not 100%. And I mean, this is too many games to play. I mean, like if they're not going to the championship, by the time they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, he's gonna be tired already. Atlanta Falcons, Bulls. As soon as the season's over with, both these teams getting blown up. They shipping everybody away because I already heard about DeJounte Murray. They don't think that's working out.
Supposedly Trae Young might try to work his way to the Spurs
or the Lakers.
I think the Spurs should try to pick do Vassell, Keldon Johnson in their top 5 draft pick and get them Trae Young. That'd be a great trade.
And then with the Sixers and the Heat, I mean, if this is gonna go. But I mean, since they already have basically a comfort. What's it called? A landing spot because Joel Embiid's injured, so they got an excuse for the season.
But he's playing back. He's
still injured. You know,
he's not 100%, but he's a big piece.
I mean, but you got an excuse not to blow up the whole team because. You know, Joel Embiid was injured, so you got an excuse. You got an excuse for not making it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals if you don't make it.
They still need to get rid of Tobias Harris, in my opinion. Little J. Cole Jr. is not going to get it done.
They gonna trade him for Middleton?
We're gonna get into about to get into the West play-in, but I got a graphic to pull up for that one because those are like the big games. The East play-ins are kind of weak. I think the Philly Miami game will be good, but no one cares about the Bulls. Hawks game. We'll get into all the matchups like Dallas. You know I'm picking Dallas in 6. But we'll get into all the matchups in a later NBA show. Playoff breakdown, playoff predictions. We're going to go each matchup one by one. But let's go ahead and get into the main thing of the hour because this is a superstar-filled Western Conference play-in. We have the New Orleans Pelicans in the 7-8 matchup playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. I think the Pelicans will be home, so the Lakers will be on the road. And then we have Golden State playing in Sacramento in the 9-10 matchup. And there's been big conversation in a lot of the talking heads when it comes to NBA news and updates saying that maybe the Lakers should intentionally lose to the Pelicans because if they beat the Pelicans, they will be locked in to the 7 seed. Mm-hmm. And they would have to play the Denver Nuggets in the first round. And you know how hard of a problem the Joker is for Anthony Davis and the Lakers. They basically have no answer for him because Anthony Davis could not guard him at all. So they're thinking they should lose to the Pelicans. And then that since, you know, they kind of play that bigger brand of basketball and take on Golden State or Sacramento and then play OKC, which is an unproven team. You know, almost like Sacramento was like a team that came out of nowhere last year and got the second seed, but they lost to the Warriors in the first round. So they're saying that maybe the Lakers would feel much better playing the unproven OKC as the 8 seed and feel like that they could get past them rather than going against Denver and losing in the first round. But let me just tell you this, co-host, as I look in the camera, Michael Jordan would never.
Oh, Lord, here you go.
Michael Jordan would not run from no smoke. Michael Jordan would not lose on purpose to miss one team in the playoffs. Phony GOAT. He's the faux GOAT.
Man, I gotta see who's the number 2. Who's the number 2 seed in the West right now?
This was saying Denver. If they beat New Orleans, they would play Denver. If they lose, then they would play OKC. But they would have to still beat Golden State or Sacramento, the winner of that game.
No, I mean I can tell. I'll be able to tell if the Lakers start this game off with LeBron James not sticking Zion the whole game, then I know that they're trying to play to basically whatever happens, because they shouldn't be able to trying to lose or get second seed to play the Denver Nuggets. But then at the same time, I understand because nobody want to play Denver Nuggets. You want to play Denver Nuggets towards the end.
But could you imagine if the Lakers shoot themselves in the foot that they like kind of BS and lose to the Pelicans on purpose, and then they I think Golden State's going to be Sacramento, and then Curry has a random Curry game where he drops like 12 threes, and then the Lakers don't make the playoffs at all.
That
could happen. Because it's a one-game playoff.
That's true.
You know, it's not like they're not playing a whole series. And in one single game, anything can happen.
I mean, 4 times they met this season. The Golden State Warriors won 3. The Lakers only won once, and that was back on the 27th of January. The last time the Lakers.
We don't know who was all in and out of those games, so we didn't look into it that deep. But that's what I'm saying. It could be scary for the Lakers to lose. I think you just play to win. If you lose to the Pelicans, at least you get another chance.
I mean, yeah, they had everybody.
That's what some
Steph,
people say.
Clay.
The play-in's not fair, but it is a little fair. If you're the 7-8 seed and you lose, you get another chance.
True.
But if you're in the 9-10, you have to win 2 in a row, regardless.
True, but I mean, with this whole,
it's nothing to punch your mic about.
But with this whole team, I mean, Brandon Ingram. I mean,
is he going to outplay Austin Reeves?
He might outplay Austin Reeves, but I mean, it all depends on Anthony Davis. As long as Anthony Davis is healthy,
he tweaked his back.
He tweaked his back. He had the random back spasm. I mean,
he has gotten hurt more times than I can count. He's played the most games in his career this season, but he's still, Anthony Street Clothes Davis. Mm-hmm. And he played, 67 games, I believe? And that's his highest total. He's still never played in the 70s out of an 82-game season. And then now, we literally saw the play where we got hurt and nobody touched him. He literally moved and was like, oh, my back.
Oh, my back.
So we'll see about this injury, if Anthony Davis could be a man and muscle up, or if he's going to be a little fairy. Maybe that's their fake.
What?
That's the Lakers' fake.
What?
Anthony Davis got hurt, so he can't play against the Pelicans. That's going to be the difference for them to lose. And then he's going to come back, and then they're going to dominate in the game against Golden State or Sacramento, and then they're going to play OKC to make it look like that's how it worked out.
But at the same time, I mean, Sacramento Kings has been beating the Lakers. I mean, beating the Lakers this whole season. I don't think the Lakers beat the
Didn't the Lakers win the season series?
No, against the Kings? Heck nah. Kings has been waxing them.
Oh yeah, Didn't Anthony Davis he's lost 10 games in a row against Sabonis?
Yeah, he can't beat Sabonis at all.
Yeah, so you might even run into that. Well, what if Sacramento beats Golden State and they get hot, and then Sacramento, I think you're right, had beaten the Lakers, now that I think about it, bunch of times in a row.
The last time they played was March 13th. They beat them 120 to 107. Then they beat them 130 to 120, 125 to 110, 132 to 120. Yeah, they always beat the Lakers.
So the Lakers lost all the games?
Lakers all 4 this year.
Yeah, so I wouldn't run that, man. I mean, they just beat New Orleans. They literally just beat them. So I think you got to try it this game, and if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. You can't be running from that smoke. I'm going to repeat again. Michael, Jeffrey, Jordan would never.
I mean, yeah, because, I mean, with the Pelicans, yeah, we lost that one time. We beat them. Yeah, we beat the out of the 4 times we played the Pelicans, we beat them 3 times. We lost once. So, I mean, yeah, God, it'd be a hard one. But, I mean, if anything... You
got to play for real, but I think they could do the Anthony Davis fake, like I said. Say he's injured and see, we barely lost, but now he's back, so now we're going to win. And, now we get to play a young OKC team. And then if we don't play, we might have to play them Denver until the Western Conference Finals.
It's like everybody want to play it. Even though OKC is the number 1 seed, nobody's afraid of OKC. Nobody's afraid of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
No, I mean, because they're unproven. You saw that with Sacramento, that they killed it and they had young legs, so they were able to win a lot of extra games, and they stayed relatively healthy the whole season, where some teams didn't, but then they still lost in the first round because they didn't have that experience. And then, teams took it to another level and they couldn't. We'll see if De'Aaron Fox will finally be able to prove himself in the playoffs. He hasn't done it yet.
All right, but comment down below who you got winning these playing games for the East and the West.
I got Lakers beating Pelicans. I think they'll still figure out a way to do it. I'm gonna love for them to play Denver in the first round. Don't be a punk LeBron. Don't be scared of the Joker. Be a man like Jordan would and fight your demons. Because it looks like Joker is his new brick wall. It's his new Boston Celtics. His new Paul Pierce.
It's unbeatable.
And Curry, I think Golden State has had Sacramento's number, just like Sacramento's had the Lakers' number. That's why I would avoid losing. And I think Golden State's going to beat Sacramento because they want Curry in the playoffs, baby.
You think so?
Yeah. I'm going to have Curry and LeBron making the playoffs. And, because if Zion loses, they would play Golden State. And I think Golden State could beat New Orleans.
Yeah, I think you go to. Let me
So
see.
I'm going to choose Lakers and Golden State as my play-in Western Conference picks. And remember, here on Tales from the Crib, we also do TFTC Sports, TFTC Hoops every once in a while. We're going to have a full NBA playoff bracket breakdown, especially once the play-in ends. We'll be able to, have all the matchups, and we'll do a full breakdown of who we're picking for each series.
I mean, this year, the Warriors played the Pelicans at 3 times, and the Pelicans won 2 out of 3. So they
won the last one though, and they beat them pretty convincingly.
The last one the Pelicans won April 12th. Pelicans won 114.
They literally played the last game of the season.
Which one? The Pelicans?
Lakers and Pelicans, and the Lakers won.
No, I mean, not Lakers and Pelicans. Warriors and Pelicans.
Oh.
Yeah, Warriors, Pelicans.
Oh, the Pelicans have beaten the Warriors?
Yeah, the Pelicans beating the Warriors 2 out of 3 times.
I could see that, man, but the Warriors, they've been playing better at the end of the season, where the Pelicans kind of fell off at the end of the season, and I always think it's who's hot at the end of the season.
In January, they beat the Warriors by 40 points.
That's why I think, like, Dallas, besides the 2 last games where they didn't play any of their starters, they had won, like, 18 out of their last 20. So, like, and Golden State had done really good, too.
And Steph Curry played, and they lost by 40 points in January.
You want to bring this back to football times? You want to bet on it?
We can bet.
We got to see who wins the first game to even know if we can bet on it. But, yeah, stay tuned. More NBA playoff coverage coming live on this channel, and we will clip it out for you on TFTC Clips when we do a TFTC Hoops episode. This guy, we're making him clip out TFTC Hoops. So put it down in the comments. Jesse, we want TFTC Hoops clips, or we're giving you tomatoes. I forgot what reaction we did where I said everyone put tomatoes in the chat, and they did. Yes. They're throwing tomatoes at you. But let's go ahead and keep it going with basketball. I'm going to talk about Team USA. Olympics is coming up in Paris in 2024. And we got the full breakdown almost. They have selected 14 out of the 15 players to represent the United States in the 2024 Olympics. I love Olympic season. And we have a lot of international fans that watch we covered the FIBA World Cup when that went on, and they were saying, we never send our A stars. So we always send our B or C level stars to the World Cup. And they were trying to tell me that the World Cup is more prestige. There's nothing more prestigious than an Olympic medal. And if you think otherwise, you're a da-da-da and you ride the short bus. But yeah, so everyone knows that the Olympics are way better than a World Cup, because it's like, even for the sponsorships, man, why it doesn't make sense. Why would we do it backwards? Everyone knows the Olympics is the biggest thing. But we're going to go ahead and break down our team. It looks like we got LeBron, Curry, KD, Anthony Edwards, Anthony Davis, Tyrese Halliburton, Devin Booker, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Jrue Holiday, and Bam Adebayo. It is rumored that possibly Kawhi Leonard may be the 15th player.
Ooh.
But you don't even know if he's going to play in the Clippers series. He hadn't played a single game in April, so it's been over 2 weeks since he's played. And I don't know if he'll be available in the playoffs, so I don't know if that means he's going to be available for the Olympics. But he would definitely be a good fit. If not, they could get somebody else, to play.
What was the year that we were trash in the Olympics?
That's why we had the Redeem team with like Dwight Howard and like Kobe and Dwayne Wade and LeBron, because I think we lost in like 08.
Okay, that's the one I was looking at.
It was like LeBron and Carmelo and AI.
I know 2016, that's the season we had with Draymond, Clay, Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler, Cousins.
Yeah, I think we won there too.
Larry Rosen. I mean, I remember that season. But yeah, I mean,
2012 was my favorite, the Redeem team, because seeing Kobe, and we had the big matchup against Spain where they had Pau and Marc Gasol and like Rudy Fernandez and a young Ricky Rubio. You remember Ricky Rubio?
Remember trash Ricky Rubio over Brandon Jennings. Timberwolves is trash.
Yeah.
But I mean, with this whole NBA, this Olympic team roster, I mean, this team's looking stacked. I mean,
Rudy Fernandez dunked on Dwight Howard.
I don't know who is really gonna beat us. I mean, we got shooters. It's like everybody on the team can shoot a 3.
This is it was funny because when my co-host, I asked him who his starting 5 would be most likely. He was like, Jason Tatum's coming off the bench for sure. And I was like, no, like they're trying to make Jason Tatum a poster child. And then we see the hypothetical starting lineup with Curry at the 1, Tatum at the 2, LeBron at the 3, Durant at the 4, and Embiid at the 5. And so I knew they would try to make Jason Tatum be a part of the starting unit. Do you think he'll actually start, or do you think they'll use a different lineup like you thought yourself?
No, I think he'll start. I mean, if anything, I think
you
he'll
thought
start.
Anthony Davis would start and that
No,
he would come off the bench.
I know Anthony Davis is coming off the bench over.
No, because you said like Anthony Davis doesn't like to play center.
Oh yeah.
So you thought your lineup that you told me was Embiid at the 5, Anthony Davis
at the 4,
KD at the 3, LeBron at the 2, and Curry at the 1.
So I guess if you
which would be a huge lineup that would be really talented and could guard everyone.
I mean, but that just means that the next starting lineup, the backup is going to be what Anthony Davis, Bam, Anthony Davis.
Well, it's like
Bam,
what do you want on the second string? Like, because not everyone's going to really play. So I guess like if you start with the super big lineup, then probably coming off the bench, you would have Bam as your backup center.
So and you just basically rotate Drew Holiday and Tyrese Holiday.
Drew Holiday be the point. And Anthony Edwards would be the 2.
You put Halliburton. You put Drew over Halliburton.
No, I would put because Halliburton had a really bad end of the year. He wasn't playing well, and Drew's been consistent the whole season. I would have Drew as the backup point. I'd have Devin Booker as the backup 2, Anthony Edwards as the backup 3, and Bam as the backup 5, and I would play 9 players. Yeah, I'm probably not playing Tyrese Halliburton.
No, what? Why would you play? I mean, he's good. I think didn't he win Rookie of the Year? What does he win? Tyrese.
Oh wait, are they only take 14 for Olympics?
I think they take 4. They got a couple subs. Let's see.
I don't know if they're taking 14 or 15.
Stats. What Tyrese get this season? This season as an Indiana Pacer, 23, 10 assists. 10 assists? He's 20 and 10? He's averaging the season?
Who?
Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
You can't beat that. And then let me see.
Drew Holiday.
You got let's see.
Pull it up.
JRUE. Drew Holiday season stats this season. What he talking about? He talking about 12 points, 4 assists.
Defense. We need some defense.
I mean, you can put him in. He's
you could try Tyrese, and if he's playing good, you leave him in. If he's playing trash, Drew.
Yeah.
Drew, get in there for him.
Basically. You need more defense, put in Drew. I mean, he is great on defense. But I'm really proud of this team. I know Kobe was proud of this team. I don't really see them beating Steph Curry shooting out the gym. LeBron James' new shooting ability is crazy. I mean, everybody here can shoot. Only thing I can think of, I remember when they did lose, when they had Jared Jackson. It was Jared Jackson that was on the team.
Yeah, because wait, they only announced 11.
Was it which team was Jared Jackson on? Because that was a trash one too.
12 or 13 or 15? Huh?
The Jared Jackson, that was the
Jared
Jackson. The center,
Jaren Jackson?
He was the center for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, yeah. He was on the Olympic team.
And that team was trash.
I know that wasn't the Olympic. That was the World Cup team. Yeah, that's when they had like Anthony Edwards, Jaren Jackson.
A whole bunch. They really had no big names
like Tatum, LeBron, Curry, Durant, Davis, Joel Embiid. Did Devin Booker play? He might have played. He probably was the reason they lost. Probably Luka was cooking him for Slovenia.
But comment down below how you feel about this U.S. basketball 2024 Olympic roster. Do you feel like we gonna do something this year? Do you feel like
we winning for sure?
Are we getting? We getting gold again, silver, or bronze?
We getting gold. We going for.
We gotta do this for Kobe, man. But moving on, speaking of doing it for Kobe, man, it was a WNBA time, man. WNBA draft was today. It's so fast. I mean, we just had the women's NCAA championship game.
Yeah,
2
I saw
weeks
that
later,
post.
boom.
It's like after the championship game, it's like 2 weeks they have the draft, and then like 2 weeks they're playing their first game.
Yeah,
so it's like a month after their college, the March Madness ends, they're already playing in the WNBA.
Yep, and then with the men's draft, NBA draft, I think it's in the middle of June. I think it's middle of June or July is the.
Oh yeah. Like when they finish, like they March Madness, like you know how the NBA playoffs are like just starting now.
Yeah.
They won't, like they won't be here until the next season. So they literally get their whole summer off, and get a time to prepare. It's crazy for the ladies. It's like no turnaround.
Yeah, because the first preseason game is May the 3rd, and he going all the way to September the 19th.
And what's a great point that you told me, since most girls play 3-4 years in college, unlike the boys, since a lot of them actually make more money in college than they do in the NBA. They play for a long time there, but then when they go pro, it's just like, they got to get right to it. And also, what my co-host mentioned was telling me earlier, some of them are finishing school since they're in school that long.
Yeah.
They're still doing their online classes while they're starting the WNBA season, so they're trying to learn a system. They're trying to go through a short training camp, and they're trying to manage all their schooling all in one. So that's tough, especially if they still have to take classes. But
it's 3 months. Because if you start in September, September 3rd is the first game. September, May, June, July. What you graduate? You graduate what in either May or end of June? You finna graduate, so you got like what the first 2 months. WNBA,
they definitely still got some time, and it's going to be tough, but I think they'll be fine, and some of them might not even care to finish school. So
true. They gonna finish school. You go 4 years.
What's crazy is people were looking at Caitlin Clark's salary. Her rookie salary. She was gonna make like 70, and then it's gonna jump up to like a little bit above 80. But basically, she was gonna average like $78,000-$80,000 a year for her first 4 years playing for the Fever, and like she's gonna have to get all the rest of her money off endorsements.
True.
And it's crazy because they said she was making like $2 million a year with the NIL deal.
Yeah, she was making. But
she already played her 4 years.
True, but at the same time, with this compared to the NBA, I think the NBA pays like around 82 games.
Yeah, the NBA is 82.
82 games, but with the WNBA, they're only playing 40 games. There's less teams. They only got 12 WNBA teams, so it's not as many people. But they
play less than half a season. That's why a lot of the girls say, it's like, well, they would, she would, make 160,000 if she was, playing, or maybe a little more than that if she played 82 games. But they don't play that much. Actually, a lot of the girls in the WNBA got to subsidize their income by playing overseas in the WNBA offseason, because they really, people with regular jobs make more money than some of the top WNBA players, which is tough because, people always wonder, like, why is there the discrepancy in the pay from the NBA? Mm-hmm. And it's because, like, the NBA, they get a player, they get a percentage of the revenue. They basically split the revenue 50% between the league and the players. And unfortunately, hopefully this will change now with all these amazing women getting drafted, but the WNBA has actually been operating at a deficit. It actually costs the NBA money to keep the WNBA alive. So, there's really no profit sharing because there isn't any profit.
But now
hopefully now with more games, like you were telling me earlier, it was like 20 something games.
Yeah, before it was like around 20 something games. Now it was 36. 40. Now it's 40 games. It's like the second year they did 40 games. But with the new rise of women's sports, and these household names that they got like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and Cameron Briggs, they feel like
as long as Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird aren't talking about it, it's a great thing.
Exactly. They feel like this with their big social media following. They're going to use a lot of marketing and do a lot of storytelling and create a lot of rivalries, because they're already, like they said, out of at least all the games, at least 31 of Caitlin Clark's games going to be televised, so you're going to see that.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of Caitlin Clark on ESPN too.
But then also I seen with the Chicago Sky, they got Camila Cardoza, and now they got Angel Reese on the same team, the Twin Towers. So I feel like they're going to be like
twin.
They're going to be like
Where have you been?
Like Dirk Nowitzki and what's his
Brandon
name?
Hayward?
No, not He's funny. What's the name? David Robinson? What's his name?
Were you talking about teammates?
Yeah.
Dirk was never with David?
Tim Duncan and
David Robinson, Twin Towers?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
You said Dirk Nowitzki.
I meant to say the other name.
I'm thinking of Dallas.
Oh,
you got Dirk on the mind.
I did. But yeah, they said they can be the new Twin Towers. I seen Angel Reese and Camila. They both can't shoot.
It's funny that they said they've been playing against each other since high school, and then they played against college, and now they're finally teammates. So that's pretty cool. It's like Patrick Beverly. Most people say that when he's not on your team, you hate him more than anyone else, but when he's on your team, you love him more than anyone else. So
sure.
It'll be nice to see how they go. Is there any other girls that you had noticed that you'll keep an eye on?
I mean, I'm
Cameron Brink in L.A.
Cameron Brink in LA, because she's real cool with Steph Curry. They said when she got
Sparks
drafted,
had a couple good players.
As soon as they drafted her, and she had a conference. Steph Curry called her during the conference. I check out. She got a lot of these girls. I'm gonna watch a lot more of the WNBA.
Now that they got more games, I think it'll be easy to get more people involved because the college season's long, and then they have March Madness, which is long.
I just like
and I always feel like the WNBA, like you hear like, oh, it's their first game, and then you feel like barely time and it goes back. It's like this is the end of the season, and you're like, I thought it just started.
As soon as
how is it to start and the end in the same month?
As soon as it starts, but it just started. Then as soon as you turn around, it's an All-Star game.
Playoffs are here.
Like you just happened.
It's been a month and a half. How are playoffs are here?
And then you turn around every time you turn around, baseball season started.
But make sure when you're traveling overseas, ladies, to make enough money to live, that you don't pull a what's this? Brittany Griner.
Oh Lord.
Leave the pens at home.
But speaking of leaving the pins at home, man, we coming down to the last topic of the night, man. We got AEW wrestling, man. This story was big. My co-host really doesn't know what's going on. So, but you know about CM Punk.
I know CM Punk's the people's champ.
Horrible. So he's
got a cult following.
You know CM Punk. CM Punk was on AEW Wrestling. It looks like AEW has put their foot in their mouth once again. They thirsty for views. They thirsty for viewers. So if you didn't know, back last year in Wimbledon.
So what does it say? The funniest part about all this is that everything CM Punk says on the interview holds up on the footage. So what were they trying to expose? Let me see if I could read the CM Punk on what happened at AEW. His physical altercation with Jack Perry. He went to him after match and said,
CM Punk,
why do you insist on doing this dumb internet shiz? Like on TV, he was all, if you got a problem with it, do something about it. And I was like, come on, man, I'll effing take you out. What are we doing, And I just like to say I can't let you get loose. Sorry, it's small print. It's hard to see.
So basically what's going on is, CM Punk has been on a lot of shows. He's now
he's been resurrected four times.
He's on AEW. The younger people on AEW don't like CM Punk. They don't want him there, but
because he wears Jordans.
The way that Tony Khan is working at AEW, he's basically like taking all the old WWE wrestlers like Edge and Jeff Hardy, like the wrestlers are like 48 and almost 50, taking them there, putting them on AEW, making them the main stars. So young people don't like that. They want them gone.
Well, it's just crazy because it's like, how do you it's almost like they merged like the G League and the Big Three. Like the Big Three is for retired guys. The G League is for young up-and-comers. Yeah. You can't be like, all right, guys, we're not going to have a Big Three, but now we're just going to put you all in the G League. And it's like, no, that's like a farm club for young guys. It's not supposed to be the retirement home. So I could see why they would get upset about that. Like, hey, this is our spot for us to get our chance. You already had your chance. Like, how long? Like, your career's over. How long you want to do this?
I understand that. And then the way CM Punk and them feel like, you should be grateful about this. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. You basically get to learn from a legend. Because like you said, everybody knows CM Punk. We don't know Jack Perry. Jack Perry's over there on New Japan Wrestling and stuff like that. Nobody's watching that. But we got basically the clip right here.
Is this a clip?
Yeah, we got a clip right here of CM Punk basically talking about what happened. Then we're gonna come back and tell you how the Young Bucks is just some dumbasses.
Tony's big idea was separate show. We're gonna separate everybody, and I said that'll never work. Just let me go. These guys don't want me here. This isn't a real business. This isn't a business predicated on making money, drawing money, selling tickets. Doing business. It's not what it was sold to me as. So let me go. No, I can't let you go.
Match is over. He goes to the back. What happens?
I went to Tony and I was like, please handle that. Like, please. And he was like, what do you want me to do? And I was like, I'm not telling you what to do. Just be the boss, please. Like, I'm tired of this shit. Please handle it. Because if you don't, you're not going to like the way I handle it.
Did he handle it?
No. Jack came back from his match. I was the next match. I'm sitting there. And I walk up to him and I'm just like, Jack, why do you insist on doing this dumb internet shit, like on TV, And he's just like, well, if you got a problem about it, do something about it. And I was just like, man, come on, man. I'll fucking kill you. Like, what are we doing? Samoa Joe was there, told me to stop, and then I quit. I turned to Tony and I said, this place is a fucking joke, man. You're a clown. I quit.
So basically, this happened like August of last year, and they just showing the videotape this week, earlier this week. So, and everybody's like, oh, why are they showing it? It's because they can't. AEW's not really getting that many views, so they're trying to use this to spark up views.
Well, once they get someone that's attracting people, it seems like they lose them to the real show.
Yeah, like Cody Rhodes, they lost Cody Rhodes, and then that girl you like, that Jade Cargill girl.
She's nice.
They lost her because they don't have with AEW. They just like good wrestling. So they just as long as they like book decent matches, and it's like a lot of people view it. He doesn't care about a storyline. So that's why like he does this, and like a lot of his people, they suck at storyline and promoing. That's why they still talking about CM Punk, because right now the Young Bucks, they finna go against FTR, fuck the rest, on the 21st at Dynasty this month. And like their whole promo was like, oh yeah, your friend got our friend fired. CM Punk is gone. CM Punk tore his tricep. He left there. And now he was just at WrestleMania WWE. So now he's gonna be back at WWE.
Yeah, it seems like he has a problem everywhere he goes.
Exactly.
It's like,
they said it's cancer.
He get kicked out of WWE?
Yeah, he got kicked out of WWE basically because basically like he has a big mouth. Like he gonna tell you like it's problems.
He ain't gonna hold back.
He ain't gonna hold back. He gonna tell you how it is. If the job's doing bad things, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it out loud. And that's the same thing he did here. Like like one of the interviews. As soon as this match happened, CM Punk had an interview. He was right next to the boss, Tony, and he said everything. He felt like, oh, this place isn't professional. Nobody here knows what's going on. He said, oh, right next to the boss, and the boss was looking all crazy, but. I mean, AEW keeps shooting itself in the foot. We gonna see how long this lasts. People saying that this is like WCW.
They need to bring back NWO.
They might. I mean, some people were saying like they need to bring Vince McMahon back, and they need to bring Vince McMahon on AEW, and that's gonna bring up views. But
that would be like the ultimate.
That because he can't go on WWE.
Because he got in trouble, right?
Yeah, exactly. And but Tony Khan is rich as hell. He's like worth over $1.3 billion.
The guy that owns AEW?
Yeah, he used to be the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh.
The football team. So he has money out there. He has money, so.
Pay for some stuff. Bring Hulk Hogan back.
Bring back,
that's what I want to see, the Hulk.
Oh, Lord. I mean, we could bring back Hulk Hogan. It's a lot of, AJ Styles. Allegedly AJ Styles hasn't re-signed.
He's the wrestling expert. I know a little bit. So if you want to see more stuff, check us out on Tales from the Crib. If you're watching this on TFTC
and a gaming
clips,
show.
Check us out on TFTC Gaming. My co-host plays 2K24 wrestling all the time. He has the biggest matches. What do they call their My Player?
My Player? Undisputed?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, my Undisputed.
He's doing Undisputed. He's doing all the game modes. Check that out. And I play other games on there every once in a while.
Exactly. And comment down below how you feel about this whole AEW releasing this old footage. Do you feel like they just shooting themselves in the foot?
I just feel like
they need
CM
better.
Punk is like 50 years old. Why is he still even wrestling?
But like I showed you, like Roman Reigns is like 38, 39, and like all these wrestlers are around the same age. Like all the older ones are like the.
They're trying to LeBron James wrestling.
I mean, usually, look at it. Look at Ric Flair.
Kane was at the last one, right? He was at WrestleMania.
Kane, no, Undertaker.
Undertaker, my bad. See,
Undertaker,
I'm not the expert.
Undertaker, John Cena. You see John Cena going bald in the middle of his head. He was out there wrestling.
John Cena looked pretty old. It was a sad day.
You see The Rock out there doing his thing. I mean,
The Rock looked good, but that's a whole lot of steroids. Or he's a robot.
He's probably a robot, but I mean, we gonna see what's going on.
CGI.
We gonna keep y'all up with it. I mean, that's what they got NXT. NXT is for with the younger people. They got the younger crowd, but they got some older people.
So what's
now.
the difference between AEW and NXT?
Two different companies.
Yeah, because isn't NXT the real Farm Club?
NXT is the G League of WWE.
Oh yeah.
And AEW.
Because like I seen when you were playing the old wrestling game, like you could start off on NXT, right?
Yeah.
But AEW has its own game.
So
you ever played the AEW game?
I haven't played the AEW game.
Comment down below if you ever played the AEW wrestling game. Let us know if it's worth our time.
Exactly. Let us know how it was worth our time. But man, it's time to talk about some music. You know what's funny? Even though we got less and less topics, these episodes be like 2 hours again. When the last we doing back to back 2 hour episodes? And Gavin like I hate you.
My co-host talks too much.
He's like my co-host hates you.
Because every time I'm my co-host.
Retard alert! Retard alert, class!
All right. Let's make this part fast. I got you. So, man, you already know, new music alert, man. Y'all need to check out TFTC Music Mix number 5. We stay dropping music on it.
We got to add way more songs to Music Mix number 5. We've had it for like a couple weeks, and we've only had 7 videos.
I'm going to add some songs this
Set
week.
It Off 83 just dropped a song. Check that out. We got some other bangers. Music Mix number 5. Check out Music Mix 1 through 4 if you're interested in our music taste for our like gym-esque playlists. These are all hype gym playlists.
Turn you up.
Speaking of getting turned up, we got new music. We got all kinds of projects, and We Still Don't Trust You with Future and Metro.
We got
what is that? Bad, Not Good, and Baby Rose. Who's that?
Slow Burn.
Chris Brown Deluxe, Mozzie. I didn't know Mozzie dropped. I might have to check that out. Anyone else? Eldorado Red.
I remember him.
Sleepy, Captain Punch mixtape, whoever that is.
Party Next Door.
A whole bunch of singles.
Oh yeah, Young Dolph and Key Glock dropped that
Let's Go remix.
Let's Go remix. I
do you think that's like he was already on that beat, or do you think they took him off of a song that didn't come out and put him on the beat?
Took him off of song that did come out, put it on the beat.
Because it doesn't sound like it matches up perfectly, right?
Pretty much.
They trifling.
Exactly.
But Paper Route, we still miss you, dog.
Larry June. I see Larry June and Tinashe Nasty. Larry June. I still don't listen to Larry June. I like that Wiz Khalifa rap.
He's like listening to Stolly, right?
Yeah. He's like listening to Stolly.
And no one listens to him anymore.
But speaking of listening to, man, I gotta do my music pick of the week. This week, man, I had We Still Don't Trust You. That new Future and Metro album that just came out was called 18 Tracks of Straight Bangers. It's 2 discs. The first part is R&B. The second part is rap.
I actually like the intro into it. That We Still Don't Trust You.
Mm-hmm.
We still don't trust you. But yeah, it's pretty good. It has some decent songs, but I mean, Future, you give Future some good beats. He's gonna lay it down, but he should be working with DJ Esco. Metro Boomin is a fake DJ Esco.
Oh, and they had the red.
You're not the coolest DJ in the world.
That Red Leather song right there that you was talking about, where J. Cole was on.
Switching sides.
All to Myself with The Weeknd.
J. Cole isn't your favorite artist the way you like flip flops.
I like J. Cole, but he's not my favorite artist.
That's what I'm saying. The way you like flip flopping, I thought maybe he would have inspired you to be his favorite artist.
My top 5 is Drake, Rick Ross, Soulja Boy.
That's 3.
Who else? Drake, Rick Ross, Soulja Boy,
Chico 2 times.
Future, no.
And Chico 2 times.
Who else? My number 5.
We Still Don't Trust You.
I don't even know my
Slim
number 5.
Duncan. I knew it.
Gucci Man.
R.I.P. Slim. But yeah. So since my co-host picked a whack pick, even though I like Future, so it's hard for me to diss Future, but I'm gonna diss you because Russell Wilson joined the Steelers. So how the tables have turned. Future, who's watching your son? The God-fearing man, Russell Wilson.
You can't.
But let's talk about who else. Someone else that is also your father. We want to talk about Drizzy Drake saying, "Drop and give me 50." I didn't have no album pick, so I'm gonna do the single pick. They thought it was AI. They found it was real. They said, "Metro, shut up and make some drums." You're supposed to say the rest.
N-word.
We're at the end of the show. I didn't know if you were really drop, but drop and give me 50,
nigga.
And Kendrick, man, he got broke down, beat down. He said, "How you a top 3 when you getting washed by SZA, 21,
and Travis Scott?
Travis Scott washing you." So I actually really like this diss. It's one of the best diss I heard in a long time. Hopefully it gets to all streaming platforms like Apple Music and Spotify, because I would definitely be adding this to the playlist.
Facts.
And we are going to be reacting to this on Crib Reactions. So go over to Crib Reactions and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can make sure to see us when we go live and react to this video.
Hey, but you already know, man. We're coming down to the end of the show. You know what I'm going to say, man. I need y'all to follow us on Twitter, man. X, Feel Supreme 305. Follow my codes, Papa O Block. Make sure
I hardly tweet. I mostly retweet, but I tweet every once in a while. But if you want another way to get in touch with me, right there at Papa O Block. Also, Tales from the Crib 2-0. I check the DMs. He's only DM thotties. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video to your friends. Let them know we got a new podcast out. Let them know Tales from the Crib is the coolest podcast in the world. Just like DJ Esco. DJ Esco, hit us up. We want to do an interview with you and find out why Metro Boomin is trying to steal your swag and what makes him think that's okay. He's commenting your hair, your headbands. He's commenting your haircuts. He's not that cool.
True.
But yeah, like I said, let me get us out the way.
Hit us up on TikTok, Tales from the Crib. Also on IG, Tales from the Crib 210.
Yeah, before World War III starts and they ban TikTok because it's connected to China, just check us out on TikTok. That's what they say, man. You think they're gonna ban TikTok? It's on the chopping block if they don't get the ownership moved over there.
True, but you remember one of my homegirls said, "You might as well just ride it till the wheels fall off." I was like, I guess.
Sounds like you on the weekend.
Keep posting. But hey, man, you already know where you at. This TFTC podcast, messiest podcast on YouTube, best podcast on YouTube, home for your weekly gossip, weekly news. It's your boy, Jesse J, Philly Supreme 305, with my co-host,
Chico Grande, Chico 2-time Shooter McGavin, baby. Don't forget the shooter. But thanks for tuning in to another podcast. We dropping every Tuesday, record these on Mondays, so that we try to get it up to date as quick as possible. But thanks for tuning in with us for almost 2 hours, baby. If you watch this far, you better like, you better subscribe, hit that notification bell, or we're sending the aliens, baby. We're going to send the aliens to get you if you don't hit the subscribe button. I think they're pulling up right now. Wait, look outside your window. It's aliens, baby.
We got trouble background.
They're abducting all of New York right now. It's not safe. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Tales from the Crib is coming.
Where's Chief Keef? We need to blow it up.
Yes. Bow. No. But all right, we'll see y'all later. Thanks for tuning in.